Shut up and sit down.
Go. Hello. Right. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. So he's distracted.
Thanks for watching.
Me.
See you next week.
He's distracted me straight away there with that poxy puffing, isn't he? Yeah. Go on, get it out of your system. Go on. It's all about you, isn't it? Any more? Oh, so I'm up against, folks.
Come on, get on with it. People are waiting.
You know, shut the hole under your nose. Okay. At least I'm streaming on mine. Yeah, mister. Anyway, first things first. Welcome to the Friday Frolic with me, Festa, and him, Captain Awkward Knickers. That's what I did.
Hello.
Yeah,
my knickers are indeed awkward.
Welcome back, by the way, you skiver, because he wasn't here last week, was he, folks? Shame.
We were both at death's door, mortally sick.
Oh, you tar.
With the dropsy and the thrips and the
you tar.
receding things.
Oh, you had the world's worst cold ever, didn't you? And I bet your mum was like a real resilient soldier of, fight through it, love. Come on, you was there going.
She was like, I'm not getting out of bed, I'm dying.
The pain, mum.
I'm not getting out of bed.
Anyway, welcome to our last show of 2023, folks. Yes, our last show. Yeah. Anyway, if you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or click the join button below this or any of my other video content, or drop a super chat by clicking the $1 in the chat there. All goes to the big pot and pays for all of this wonderful StreamYard shenanigans, folks. So, yes. I'm going to pop over to the chat in a minute. I'll say hello to Fox and hello to Mum. How are you, mate? And how's Mum been?
I'm fine, but you don't really care about me. Mama Wolf is all right. She's doing all right downstairs. I know she's been weird because she just refused a PBJ. So
I know. She's clearly ill, mate.
Yeah, I said, do you want a peanut butter and jam sandwich? No.
Well, if it's any consolation, I went to see my bean this morning, bless her.
Oh, yeah. How's she doing?
And she had the biggest wibble going, mate. She was
Did she get out of bed,
proper on it. Yeah, she got out of bed, yeah.
Oh, good girl.
Yeah, but she was proper on it today, mate. Me and H were just sat there and we're like, do you want to have a breath, love? You're getting yourself far. Yeah, I nearly said it then. Effing flustered, really? She says. I ain't started yet. She got on about everything, mate. Roadworks, the cost of living. Oh, mate, everything.
Had it been a while since you'd had human contact, do you think?
Well, it's just the trouble is you ain't seen Winnie for a little while and you're having withdrawal symptoms because the pair of you haven't got up the mischief. And then she was like, you know, Winnie, because Winnie ain't well, bless her, you know, and yeah, so she was a bit down in the dumps about that because obviously her skin and blisters not you know doing too well. So
no,
and I think that's half the problem. I think she's a little bit worried about what's around the corner. Yeah. But anyway, I digress. Let's go into the important thing, which is everyone in the chat. Now, I've done my diligent duty tonight because I am like a frightened schoolboy, and Muse is in the chat there, issuing her hugs. But also, Marcy, you're going to love this. Marcy sent me a Christmas card. So this envelope arrives, and it was on the arm of the chair. To me, like, you know, and then in the corner I saw Marcy's P.O. box, and I was sitting there and I had the end of the envelope, Marcy, and I was nervously opening one end just in case, because I had convinced myself you had booby-trapped it to get me back.
Yeah, looking for paper clips sticking out.
This is how my mind works, and I was like, of course H is sitting there creasing up. She said, I'll take that. It's from Marcy, is it? I said, how do you know? She said, because you are like a bomb disposal man, nervously. And I said, but I never know with Marcy. I said, she's very cunning. Words to that effect, Marcy. And yeah, she said, look at you. You're petrified. I said, you two scared the sugar out of me. And I said, because, yeah. So I did open it, and she went, and H was like, oh, there. Show us on the dolly where the evil Marcy got you. And I'm like, really? But yeah, so you would have giggled had you have been here, Marcy. I was nervously and furtively opening your card, love. But thank you anyway, Marcy. And yeah, we now can start getting stuff sent over to you in the new year because I've got a box here for you that I've been wanting to send for a little while.
Yeah. Plus, Festa likes it when he can be furtive.
Absolutely. But yeah, I did. Honestly, I must admit, when I started the envelope, I was like, prod. 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 Yeah. Never been that puckered, mate, in years. So, yeah.
On that note, I have to say a thank you to Wendy Hickson because she sent me a Christmas card, so I got a Christmas card.
Yes,
as well.
yes. Yeah, I've had a Wendy Hickson with an H card if she's in the chat.
Wendy and Poppy.
So,
I don't think she's in yet.
Yeah, so there's all the huggages anyway to Marcy. That was me saying welcome to the last show before Crimbo. Best wishes to you all and to Hanks for all your support because I've got fat fingers tonight, hence why I'm building, not painting. Haunted Halloween Railway with 2 H's and a R says hi, Colin. Hello, geese.
Hey, Railway.
You goes in. He says, evening, fellowettes, fets, and everyone in between. How do you? How you doing, geese?
Hello, hello.
We've got a good old Athole is in. He says, evening, folks in Chatland. And our hosts, Colin and Fox, here waiting for Mary to escape the lab where shaving is happening. Oh, too much info.
Yeah, I don't know all the information on that one.
Yeah, so the minute it's free, I'm going to shower then bed. Happy days, mate. Yeah. Haunted Halloween says hi to Attle. Attle says hi to you. Long time no see or hear. Anyone up north as well, stay well with this storm that's doing the rounds up. It's Storm Pier, isn't it? And
yeah, we've had the windy blowy pops for the last 3 days. And
I mean, we've got down here is rain at a 45-degree angle type thing, but up there it's a bit ropey. So.
Well, every time we get the strong winds, I spend every minute expecting the big 60-foot fir tree to crash through this wall and ceiling.
Yeah, the tree surgeons were out here last year doing the ones behind our houses because they had that awkward moment where they did the measurements and all of that lot, and they all realised that these 3 big trees could destroy a dozen houses.
Yeah, we need to get ours lopped, I think.
Yeah. Fanged Scowl Builds and Mods. Nice name. Says good evening, morning, afternoon. Hello, Fanged. Whereabouts are you in this wonderful world, mate? Lord Bartley the third is in. Evening, my lord. How you doing?
Evening.
You Golden says, if you play second names reminds me of primary school in the 70s. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, primary, you boy. Yeah.
You boy, Johnson.
Every now and then you would call your teacher by their surname, and they give you a roasting, and you say, "Well, you call me by mine. Why can't I call you about yours?" Yeah.
There's always the one kid who accidentally one day calls the teacher's dad by mistake, just slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
And they never live it down.
Al says, reference Celia. He says she is home bandaged up and able to drink through a straw, but no solids. Poor lass. Get well soon, Celia.
Get well soon.
I get feeling a bit better very quickly, my darling. So big hugs. What else have we got going on there? Jeff Light is in. He says, hi, Cole Fox and all in chat. Hello, Jeff. Love to you and Maggie. Maggie hug.
Very succulent hug.
Yeah, Hugh says, during the winter solstice, we will mostly be admiring the darkness. Merry festive one and all. Yes, was it solstice today or is it tomorrow, mate?
Yes, 21st was the shortest
we
day,
had issues. We had issues at Stonehenge because of all the traffic and everything. But they're going to be building. I think they're putting a tunnel under it or near it so that the traffic bypasses it. Yeah, so it's got the go ahead, mate.
Has it? Yeah. In that case, they're going to do it.
Yeah,
yes,
they're going to do
Wednesday
it.
Was the solstice.
Yeah, Jeff says hi to Cole Fox all in chat. I might have read that. Haunted says hi to Fox and Jeff. Jeff says audio and video is fine. Thank you, Jeff, for the feedback. Dorkosaurus is in saying hello. Hello, Dorks. How you doing, me old China?
Hello.
Oz Scale Modelling says g'day. I'm Merry Crimbo, everyone. Hello, mate. How you doing?
G'day, bro.
The model making community's very own Bob Ross is in. Hey up, gentlemen and people of the chat, he says. And then he puts chat. Good evening, Spiddy. How you doing, mate? Lovely to see you. A Merry Christmas to you and your family, mate. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Marcy echoes our sentiments. Hiya, Spit. Hugh Gordon says, oh, no, not another ingrowing ball hair. Okay, too much info there, Hugh, but hey, you know.
Didn't need to know any of that. Thank you.
Nice to know, mate. We've all got them, mate. JC says, evening, morning, Colin Fox, all in chat, Festa and Fox hugs, happy days. Marcy says, sounds like Dad today, and all he had to do is go see the doctor. Yeah, Marcy, my mum, she's getting a bit fed up with her carcass, bless her. She's got the hump. And she's got to start using walking aids now. So she's got a right bottom lip on. And I'm like, hey, you're talking to your son who's 30 years younger, who's practically shuffling along on sticks all the time, Mum. Get over yourself.
Yeah. If it helps, tell her that my mum was against her frame, but now she loves it. She won't let go anywhere without it.
She was full-blown pigeonhead. And she's got this walking stick and it's got a torch on it, which is hilarious. But it's got to be the world's shortest walking stick because honestly, she looks like Yoda. Honestly, she's going to kill me if she watches this back, but she shuffles around and looking like Yoda. I mean, even H said that has got to be the shortest walking stick. You've like got the handle and then you've got the rubber. It's like, where's the stick?
Has it got the multiple feet on the bottom or is it just one?
It's just 1 foot on it, mate. But,
all right.
But it's so tiny and I'm like, oh, bless her.
So adorable.
And she was like, I know you're taking the mick. I said, me? Never.
Then she hits you with it and it's not quite as adorable.
Absolutely. Ian Jury, innit? Hit me with your walking stick. Haunted Halloween says hi to Marcy. James saying hello to everyone there. Swigging Piggy's in saying evening.
Hello.
Hello, Swigging. How you doing, mate?
Hello, buddy.
Everyone's saying hello to him. Marcy says now the post needs to do their part. Absolutely, Marcy. It's an absolute pain at times, but yeah, things are beginning to settle down. Hopefully costs start coming down a bit now, because most of the stuff going to the States just goes by plane anyway, but if it was going around the Cape, then everything's gone silly, you know. Bobbins says greetings, Frolicers even. Hello, Bobbins, how you doing?
Hey, Bobbins.
Marcy says we've had some crap weather. Charlie Mac's place, not too much rain, and his model room is flooded. Oh, not very good.
No.
Marcy says, Fanged is Vampy Cole. Oh, right. Name change. How you doing, Geese? Not seen you in years.
No, been ages, hasn't it?
So, hello, Geese. Yeah. Oh, wow. Cheers, Marcy. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah.
There's a throwback to the past.
A blast. I think I had hair the last time I saw Vamp. Or Fanged now. Steve says, good evening, all. Al says, hi, Jeff and Maggie. You says just windy, blowy, normal time of year. Get yourself some Gaviscon, mate. You'll be all right by tomorrow. So I did.
Yeah. Or Simimodium, one of the two.
Oh, yeah. I think I've got a job lot in them. Speedy says, Merry Crimbo to you guys and your nearest and dearest. Thanks, mate. James is in with a belly, bench and beverage because I had forgotten. Bench, belly and beverage, folks. What's in the belly? What's on the bench? What is your beverage? And James is in with Chinese-style chicken curry, special fried rice and veggie spring rolls. Bench 3D print of a German soldier on a motorbike. Beverage, cherry Pepsi. There you go. Al says, same to you, Spid. Stay safe, leave the drone alone. Marcy says, you can challenge your mum to the walking stick races. Well, yeah, we can do the Benny Hill walk, little chase scene at the end. But yeah, she was a little bit... Yeah, she was she was in a bit of the stubborn, I'm not doing what the doctors tell me mood today. But it's all right for her to impart worldly advice to me. And it's like, yeah. But apparently that's different because she's my mother.
Yeah. Wind it in, Mum. Take your pill.
But anyway, I hear you ask.
Anyway.
What are you up to today, Slaphead, I hear you ask? Yes.
What are you up to today, Slaphead, Cole?
Well, we was going to do a surprise for our friend PJ, but he's a little bit under the weather at the moment. So get well soon, mate. So we've kind of put that back for a little while, and we'll leave that until the new year when we next see him, and then we'll wind him up again.
Hang on a minute. How come when he's poorly he gets get well soon, and when I'm poorly I just get mocked?
Because you're a girl. You are an absolute prissy little My Little Pony princess when you get the sniffles.
Well, I'm not denying that, but, you know.
Yeah, but you're lame. Honestly, the day I feel sorry and any sympathy for you is the day I have to stop, because it's not going to happen, mate.
I don't know.
Me and your mum have a pact, which is to mock you forever. Now, conveniently, a set of instructions... Yeah, conveniently, a set of instructions fell out of a box I picked up just before we went live.
Just by accident.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of pre-buildy for next year, folks. So I'm just going to be doing my little Squig Buggy tonight, because I want to have the big box of buildy with all the Warhammer stuff ready for the new year, because I want to kick off with a bang. So I was going to do some detail painting tonight, but I'm a little bit twitchy, so I've had to make a change.
Wobbly, aren't you?
Yeah, so last minute I was still debating whether I was going to do the stream, but I'm going for it. But I'm going to do a bit of buildy instead tonight, peeps. Yeah.
We appreciate that you put your foot down with a firm foot, put your hand down with a firm, whatever it is. And
yeah, that's the word, you know. But hopefully, yeah, things can pick up. Al says I'm off to shower and then to bed. No night, all have fun. Merry Christmas and New Year. You stay safe, mate. Marcy says pizza in a little while. Surfshark is nearly done, and of course, coffee. Oh, coffee walk. Coffee. Dun, 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 dun. James says Wibblekins Princess Foxx. Yeah.
Do you know?
You know what he's going to do, right? He's going to come off stream, and he's going to be sitting there, and his mum's going to come trundling by. She's going, "Do you know what, mother?" And he'll be sitting there as he's combing the mane on his My Little Pony. They picked on me all night again, Mum. I'll just get my curling tongs out and just retwiddle that. But yeah, they've been saying I'm a bit of a princess, Mum. What makes you think that? Unicorns and glitter. Unicorns and glitter.
You know I'm here and can hear you, don't you?
Oh dear, I didn't realise that.
I don't know where this reputation comes from. I don't know.
Oh, you're such a girl, you know it. But that's what I'm going to be doing. But anyway,
Yes.
What are you going to be up to, mate?
Tonight I will... Again, we were going to be doing something different, but because we're not, I will just carry on building my Kairos Fate Weaver that I started last time, or time before last.
Oh, that's him,
my big Siege Lord of Change. And there's not many parts left to do on him, to be honest. Remember last time I filled his butt in. It's not often you get to say that on telly. I carefully filled his butt, and I need to gently smooth his butt tonight. Yeah. And then I can go around sorting out his head and his wings. I think there's not that many bits to do, actually.
Cool, they went all out here with their one sprue, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How many minutes? No, it'll take...
There's at least 4 hours of building in that. Well, actually, I'll tell you now, you'll spend a good 20 minutes getting the mould lines off the tyres. So,
oh, absolutely.
They're all fiddly tracks treaded, so that you can pad them out for a bit.
He says to me before we went live, he said, well, that's at least 10 minutes work. What are you going to do for the next hour and 50? Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, really?
Yes.
So I have to put up with, folks.
Yes. If I get this finished tonight, because I might get it finished and built, I've got some bits I can paint on other figures.
Yeah.
So I've got some little painty bits, but I shall crack on.
Happy days.
There's too much to do on this now. He's got two heads, you know. What's next? Where was it up to?
Everyone's going, Wibblekins the Fox.
I've got to rub his bottom now. Make it all soft. I know rubbing things doesn't generally make them soft, but in this case it will, hopefully.
One for the dads.
A bit blue for the dads. That's far too large.
Oh, yeah. So, like I say, only a couple of days and all the preparation, it'll all be done and dusted again. It's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we've already seen adverts for the holiday season. I'm sure the shops will be getting out the Easter eggs.
Oh, they probably already have.
So, yeah.
I've lost my little sanding bit. Where's it gone?
Oh, what are you like?
Got a little tiny sandy chunk.
He had one job. One job's all he had.
Just one job. That's all he had. I know not where it be.
Well, what we got? That's that old saying he's off. So, yeah, don't forget in the chat, ask us anything. Fox will endeavour to answer all of the questions.
Oh, you never know. I might let Colin speak for a minute.
No.
Just. Well, isn't it? It's Christmas in it, so I might let you do some speaking.
No, you can't do that.
I can.
Well, I'm not used to that.
I can, and then you just have being in chaos.
Yeah.
I can't find that other little sandy sponge.
They just don't recognise talent when they see it, do they?
No, they don't know talent when they see it.
Well, I did.
I see what you did there.
God, I'm so going to hell.
No, you're not.
Our very own Carl Sagan of the community is in. He says, "Hi, Festa 67's workshop, model making GNU, Marcy James, Attle, Spiddy Q8, Hugh, and all in chat." So we've got our own little icons there, Fox. You like them, don't you?
In any case, we do not advance the human cause by refusing to consider ideas that make us frightened.
There you go.
There you go. A little bit of Carl Sagan. Hi, Jeff.
How you doing, Jeff? Season's greetings to you and all of your family, mate. I hope you have a great Crimbo.
I like the fact my symbol is a GNU. I appreciate it.
Marcy says, we've got summer stuff already earlier every year. May as well leave it out all year round. Exactly that, Marcy. Exactly.
To be fair, though, in some places it is still summer.
Yeah. See what you did there. I see what
Christmas
you did.
stuff is summer stuff. For ours. I need that other bit of sponge. I don't know where it is.
And we could do what you do, you know, just keep our Christmas tree up all year.
Yeah. Well, Mum and Wolf and I, there it is, decided on this years ago that because we had this tree, we went to buy this Christmas tree, they had none left in stock, but they said you can have the one that's on display if you want. You just have to get it in your car. But it had this net of lighting on it, and it was impossible to get this net off, because if you ever got one of them lighting nets, once they go on a tree, you ain't getting it off ever.
No.
It's like, imagine like having to unclog your headphone wire, but the headphone wire is 1,000,000 kilometres long. Yeah, it's like that. So we were like, you know what? This just stays up all year. At Christmas time, we just plug it in.
Yeah.
And life's been so much better since then.
I do like your thinking, I must admit.
Yeah. Laziness. It's always laziness. You know how it is.
Normally after 3 or 4 days, H is already going, that effing tree's getting on my nerves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone there saying hello to Jeff, which is nice. So, yes, folks, what are your plans over Christmas? Are you all getting family? Are you just going to sit and chillax and just unwind and enjoy the break off work? Obviously, some of you will be working over Christmas, bless you.
Yep. Yeah, are you spending time with family, or are you going to actually enjoy your Christmas?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why me and H get all of that lot out the way beforehand.
Yep.
And then we've got time for ourselves then, because me boy comes round, my youngest boy, and we just goon around and goof about. Normally it means all 3 of them gang up on me.
Yeah.
That's normally the end result. And yeah.
Then Scale Extra comes out.
Yeah, because they know I can't come and hide in my man cave, because I just take a week out of the man cave. So they have my undivided attention, which normally means I sit in the chair and just have them all mercilessly pick on me and name call me.
Undivided attention, but that also means no escape route for emergencies.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest with you. It's just nice and chilled, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Question: what's the best shampoo for detachable princess ponytails? Says the Bobbins.
That'll be a question for you, dear.
I don't know. Depends on your type of hair.
Yeah. Yeah. All hair-related questions only go to Fox, because,
They couldn't come to you, could they?
No. But then, when I had hair, it wasn't clip-on ponytail type hair. It was au naturel.
I had that for literally about 6 weeks, and that was it. You know that, don't you? After that, it was all natural.
I don't care. It's the fact that you had it.
It was a stopgap.
It was the fact that you sat there and tried to justify it live on air that it was acceptable. Minutes after, you mocked me for having a mullet in the 80s. Just saying.
Well, no, because you see, mullet is less acceptable.
Hey, mate, it was a good mullet. Even 8 says that. It was a good mullet.
Yeah. We need pictures to decide this for ourselves.
It was... Yeah, there might... No, I'm not going to admit that, actually, because, no.
So now we know there's something for you to admit, but we don't know what it is.
No, because...
Interesting.
No. Yeah.
No.
Gotta leave that one there. So, yeah, this little Squig Buggy, I've had this for about a year. So I did.
I can hear the handbrake cable straining.
Yeah. Do you think the chat might have fell for that? I don't think they have. Do you?
Oh, yeah, they was. No. It's like,
Yeah.
Like butter that was, mate.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I was very, yeah. Yeah, but mullets were vogue. I went through the swashbuckler look. I don't know whether any other fellas but went through this, but I had the big pirate shirt, the genuine pirate shirt.
Yeah, with like the collar, the collary thing on it.
No, I cut that off because I didn't want none of that namby-pamby laciness about it.
All right, proper Adam and the Ant style, but without the lacy bit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Did it have the puffy cuffs?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
See, that's only what I was doing when I had my ponytail. That was piratical.
Yeah, but you had a ponytail that was not yours. It was fake. It was Rodney Trotter's clip-on ponytail.
It was.
Don't try and justify it, dear. It's not happening. I can imagine even your poor mum felt the shame that day.
No, she quite liked it.
Oh, my God.
Apparently.
She's clearly been ill for a long time, bless her heart.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
What's the most cringeworthy and embarrassing thing you did then?
What, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I barely remember what I do like the next day, never mind 30 years ago. Also, here, let me just disclose all my embarrassing moments publicly live on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you go, what was yours? I go, I'm not telling you. Yeah, I thought I might have got you to fall for that, but yeah.
No, I can't honestly remember anything.
Damn it.
I'm sure I did do dumb stuff like that, but I can't remember.
Haunted Halloween says, what are we guys making tonight? I did show the instructions briefly. I am building a little rucker truck Squig Buggy to go in my Warhammer painting section that launches in 2024 on my YouTube. So I'm pre-building a lot of stuff, and then I'm just going to do single episode how I painted this type videos. So that's what I'm up to.
I am building Kairos Fate Weaver, which is a Lord of Change, but he's got 2 heads. So it's a big squawky shouty bird dude with massive wings. So that's what I'm building.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but that's as far as I've got so far. So.
Yeah, I've now got an A3 box full up with all different Warhammer kits that I've built, ready to be primed and everything, ready for the new year. So it just lets me have a variation of stuff that I can just film, paint, and get some content up there for the channel members and patrons. And
the good thing is as well, because they're just like silly things. It's not like real world tanks and planes and stuff.
Yeah.
Even if people aren't into like any kind of Warhammer or tabletop gaming, there's sometimes just a fun thing to have in the background where you like get them built and painted, primed and ready for it. So that like some days when you're not in a serious mood and you're not really like, you can just pick up a mini and just have fun painting it, brush painting it, and just be silly, because you're not trying to be realistic, you're not trying to be true to anything. It's just, they can be a nice little palette cleanser, a stopgap.
As you know, I can have days where I can only do buildy and not painty. So for me, it just gives me that variety, and then I can focus on the shiny cars, the bike builds, and the more fancy stuff in between doing these. These are short single episode videos, so I can film them in the background over several weeks, doing a little bit of painting here, there, and everywhere, and chuck out a quick video rather than a 6-part bike build or car build. And so it just makes it easier for me.
And even just for the painting, if you're a serious like car or tank or whatever painter, just just settling down with one of these and a couple of brushes and some paints just for a few hours is a nice little way to relax if you're not doing anything too serious.
Absolutely is, mate. So
there's always a There's always a reason to be had to have at least one or two primed minis in your stash ready to go.
I've been 3D printing in the background stuff for the big squig off, so that's going to start getting filmed. The assembly of that will be getting filmed in January.
Nice.
So I shall put a video out of the assembling processes of it, and then you'll have a painting video for that come up. So
nice. I'll be watching how you assemble the head on that.
Yeah.
How you attach the head on that, because I'll need to learn how to attach big resin parts.
Yeah, it's your solid resin, because I hollowed mine right out, so it is as light as a feather.
No, mine's solid. Solid resin fatness.
I'll use the same post technique so you can see how I do it. And,
I shall use that as a guide.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm not going to sand that anymore because I'll just end up taking all the...
But
I
yeah,
can't
the
quite get that
squig off is going to be a multi-part video, I think, because it is such a big model that,
I think that squig off, things like the squig off and stuff, like for me going forward in the future, I'm not really going to do building videos because anybody can make a plastic kit, but for things like resin and things like that squig off, you kind of, the building it is part of an event, isn't it? So you kind of want to show that as well. Because it's not, you're not just...
That's what I was going to say, my dear.
yeah, you're not just sticking it off a sprue and sticking it together, is it?
No, he got all excited there. He got all excited.
I got carried away. I got thinking about things.
But
check your chat, buddy.
That's going to be a video series. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Jeff has put in a $10 super chat. That's what a super chat looks like, folks. Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you very, very much, Jeff. Very kind of you, mate. Merry Christmas to you. And as I said in the chat earlier, a massive, massive thanks to all the patrons and channel members that have helped support me over this last 12 months.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without all of your kindness, I wouldn't be sat here now doing what I'm doing. So from the bottom of my heart, big thank you to each and every single one of you that has taken the time to do a super chat, a membership, or patron, and have bought me a coffee throughout the last 12 months.
Oops. You're lovely people.
You're
are really lovely people.
Because, and it does. I mean, he'll tell you. I waffle on even when we come off air. How humbling I find it. And,
Yeah, he does.
I freely admit it. I am a big girl when it comes to stuff like that. But it's just nice, isn't it?
That's when he becomes a bit of a princess. You go a bit blubby, don't you?
I do. I just get a little bit, I feel the love.
He takes nothing for granted.
So there you go, Jeff. Bit of on-screen air guitar. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bit of air guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And he says...
Tell you what, I do like a model kit where two of the components are actually a tongue. That's always a winner.
Oh, yeah, that works all the time, doesn't it?
Mm.
There you go.
And don't forget, folks, if you don't do so already and you want to help support Colin's channel, you want to keep it alive, keep the lights on, then please do consider becoming a patron of his, or even a patron of his. Go to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, where you can support him each month, or all in one go, or however you want to do it. There's various options available.
He's good, isn't he?
Or you can become a channel member by pressing the join button underneath any of his video or live stream content, and you can support him that way as well.
Absolutely.
And there's links in the description below the video for all that good stuff. He's got his Amazon store and everything else. So share the love. Keep him in him in cups of tea and plastic crack, and you'll be fine.
And there will be exclusive patron and members content coming out just for you guys, where stuff will be sat there for 6 months before it goes on general release. So there are going to be a few little features coming up. I tend to release everything on Patreon before it comes out on the channel anyway, but just want to give you all something a little bit more exclusive. So
maybe some stuff will stay permanently exclusive. You never know.
All
the options are available.
I was about to say Patreon only builds, dear, but I took a breath, didn't I? And you jumped in there. Yeah.
You will learn at some point.
I will learn. Don't take a breath when streaming with Fox.
I always wait to see when I think you've stopped talking, but...
Yeah. So it's just our mockage. A lot of people actually think me and you are telling each other off, which I find quite sweet.
I think that's quite adorable.
But, no, it's just regular mocking.
He's not really, but he really is a bully. My life's miserable. He bullies me all the time. It's horrible.
Oh, cut it out, you tart.
Nah, it's just nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah. A few times people are like, God, you two don't have argue. It's like, no.
Hello. Well, welcome to the idea of playing characters.
Yeah.
Personas.
Stack the reward off mode, engaged.
Wait, which one am I? Which one are you?
I'm the grumpy one.
That's
they're both grumpy, aren't they? So that narrows that down.
Say, that doesn't narrow it down at all. You fool, you foolish fool. I just stabbed myself with something, but I'm not sure what or where it was. But never mind. It's got to be a new first for me.
Yeah. Sticky McStickness.
For all your sticking needs. La 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 la. Marcus is in. Says, good evening, Colin and Fox, and all in chat. Welcome, Marcus. Big hugs to you.
Hello, Marcus. How are you, mate? Merry Christmas to you and your son, mate. And Daniel, the Dream Builder. I hope you have a wonderful Crimbo, mate, and a very prosperous new year, mate. You've had a busy year this year, fella.
Yep.
Have a little bit of R&R, a bit of Marcus time, mate. I think you deserve it.
A bit of roar.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as I was saying before you came in, a big thanks to all the supporters this year that have kept things going because, yeah, it's just nice. And he has got his own channel as well.
Yeah. Without you guys, Colin would just be basically sitting in a spare bedroom talking to a boiler.
Without you guys, I would be out on the street in just my hot pants. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for the love of baby Jeebus, keep sending him money so we don't have to experience that. The world is not ready. Marcy says, I have Warhammer things that I like that would fit into that. I get the ones I like, so no specific armies here.
Same as, yeah, there's certain things I see that take my eye, and, you know, some folks will go, oh, but that's not part of that army. And it's like, yeah, but I'm not playing the game.
Yeah, which part of I'm making models for myself?
Yeah.
It's confusing you here.
So that's how I look at it. You know, I'm not playing the game. I'm doing my own little thing, and
It's just silly fun.
I'm happy.
Fruit flying here again.
Yeah, a brush of softness. Oh no, I don't want to use that one. Where is it?
Was it too soft or not soft enough?
No, it wasn't one of my scuzzy ones.
Ah, you want a scuzzy soft.
Yeah, I want a scuzzy soft brush because I'm doing a little bit of gluing, steam filling.
Oh, seam filling.
Yeah.
Fill those seams. Right, where does this go? This is an exceptionally precarious little dangly bit. Oh dear.
Oh yeah, yeah. You want to?
What we like to call the bit that's guaranteed to snap off at some point.
Yeah, you don't want to have a dangly bit, do you? Because that could end badly.
How does that? I'm getting confused because I'm kind of working where his neck should be, but his head is below his neck, which makes no sense. But it does. But
oh
so
right,
I keep remembering that it's below where his head would be, above where his head would be. Does that stick above that?
Go.
Yes, I think it does.
Let that dry now. Happy days. Just had a ring in my ear. Marcus has put in an €11.99 super chat saying, Merry Xmas. Thank you very, very kindly, old chap. Or young chap, should I say. Massive, massive appreciation there, Marcus. Thank you for your generosity. Talking of Christmas, John Christmas is in. He says, hi, guys. Hope all is well. Hello, John. How are you, mate? Everyone's saying hello to John. Squishy alert, Edward Leonard is in. He must have heard me talking about the build-up in January of the Squig-Off.
Hang on, I'll do a squishy.
So I'll do a squishy for him.
Thank you. I'm kind of gluing.
There you go, Edward. Not as good as a Fox squishy, but I had a go, mate. But yes, I was just talking about building up and filming the Gargantuan Squig-Off in January. The first stages of it are getting built, mate. So I'm then doing all the spine measurements ready for the base of the howdah, mate. So You'll get to see all of that. Yeah, the elder, you know.
How big is Squig? Gargantuan Squig.
Yeah, it's not an ordinary Squig, it's a big one.
Dirty great big one.
Marcy says, Mac just posted an update. Mess is mostly cleaned up. Things to get fixed, and they lost some personal stuff, but otherwise they're okay. Oh, bless. Bless. Oh, dear. Let's scroll up and see what that was relating to. She might have
That's
said.
it. She said everything flooding, wasn't it? She said earlier on.
Oh, the flooding. Yeah. Sorry, I missed a bit of that conversation. Oh, sorry to hear that.
No, you read it out. It was a while ago.
Oh. You know what I'm like with chat and scrolling up.
Mm-hmm. That's such a precarious little bit stuck on there that's just guaranteed it's going to snap off many times.
Mind you, Chris was actually proud of me the other day because I scrolled up. Yeah. He said, "You realise what you just did there, mate?" I said, "What's that, mate?" He said, "You scrolled up without me asking you to."
When did this scrolling happen?
This was in the Jousty chat. You know the one? Because you did comment. But, yeah, you've forgotten again. Right. It was, you've had a sleep since then. So
I've blinked since then, yes.
You know, you've dreamt about unicorns, glitter and snow angels since then.
No, not at all. For some reason, like my dreams seem to be set in an office where I'm doing office things. It's like, really?
Boring.
All the imaginative power of my brain, and I dream about being in office, trying to do office things. It's like, ugh, really? Come on, brain.
So far this week, I've been a home guard in World War II.
Oh, yeah.
In the black tin helmet and all of that lot.
Nice.
With the proper waxed moustache. And I've been a Royal Protection Officer.
Ooh.
No idea why.
Wait, what's... Oh, I was going to say that.
Yeah. And the irony is in the dreams, I've still had my MS accoutrements, should we say. So I'm ambling after snipers and assassins with me sticks going, slow down, I will catch up with you, and when I do, I'm going to have a stern word. That type of stuff. Yeah, and it's been really strange.
Yeah.
To the point you wake up and you go, yeah, I better not tell H about it.
No.
Yeah, she might start ticking them red boxes on the forms, see, so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bobbin says, I bought a Vampire Lord through the Element Games link recently. It just looked very cool.
Oh, nice one. Nice
one.
Oh,
there's a thing for Edward, by the way.
So, I mean, Edward, much better than my attempt when mine was shoddy, mate. I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed of my squishy now.
I've got 40 years experience of digital squishies, so I'm sure your squishy was fine.
Nah, but mate, it was lame. It really was quite embarrassing. Don't search back, mate.
Well, search back. Can I just point out, right? This is where the guy's head goes. His neck comes from here, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
But if you look at that bit there, it looks like somebody's butt. Like the legs going that way, like they're sat on a
oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Seat or something.
What you need's a pair of jeans halfway down that, mate.
Yeah, and then like a bike seat over there at the back somewhere.
And the voice going, "Captain would be lovely, darling."
Yeah, Captain would eat some eggs.
I would say 3 sugars, but I'm sweet enough.
Slap. Ow.
Yeah.
What was that for? If you need to ask, you get another one. Okay.
Yeah.
I now have to build the staff of tomorrow.
Oh, really?
But today, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're building it tomorrow, it's going to be a long stream, mate.
Yeah. Well, it's already tomorrow. Oh, yeah, because it's already tomorrow.
So, yeah, the boiler gate update is that we had all new components were fitted.
Oh.
And honestly, we've had continuous hot water now for 3 days in a row, which is the longest we've had it this winter.
Shh, don't jinx it.
That's all right, mate. I'm not afraid now. But, yeah. Obviously, if it does pack up again, don't tell H I said this because she will beat me. Yeah. But no, my ears have not been bent. So, yeah.
Well, my British Gas update is we are still waiting to hear back about having a reflush, which we've been waiting for about 8 weeks for.
Yeah.
I've chased them.
It's
I know it's
people
supposed to
like me with broken boilers that are depriving you. That's what it is.
No, it's because it's free.
Yeah.
It's because your first one's like many hundreds of pounds, and the second time you have it done, it's free. And it's like, yeah, they're not going to put a rush on that, are they?
Yeah. Yeah, we have the home care thing.
Yeah, we've got that.
Yeah, we pretty much get unlimited visitors and all of that lot. But I'm classed as VC on there. Yeah. So when you ring them up, they're there 8 o'clock the following morning because obviously VC, vulnerable customer. So
yeah, we've got that for Mum, and I keep saying to him, you know, and it's like, yeah, well, I'll get them to cook, because you speak to the minion, but it's not the minion. Isn't the minion that you need to? They then need to pass it on to the team that does the flushes.
Oh mate, he was here 5 to 8 on the dot.
Yeah,
a cup of tea, H was there. Well, bacon sandwich, mate. He went, I love coming here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I always offer them cups of tea. No, but when they get to me about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning,
he had a proper double doorstep bacon sarnie with the brown sauce, a couple of mugs of tea. So, yeah, he said, I'll go above and beyond for you, he says, because I always get fed when I come here.
It's amazing how no matter what job you request, it always takes about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but it's funny. That's probably why, and the only reason why they turn up like they do, because he knows he's getting fed that morning.
Yeah, he's being looked after.
You know, but
yeah, I mean, we do the same with Mum when we explain there's a vulnerable person in the house and stuff, and she's got all that. But it's just normally they're spot on, but this is just such a nightmare. Yeah, because it's a specific team that does it, and it's not them that you speak to. And when I phone up, I get the guy in apparently South Africa somewhere.
Oh right, yeah.
He says I'm in South Africa, so I'll have to. It's like, yeah.
Oh, right, okay, I didn't know that, yeah.
Yeah, they must have multiple in different places, but I got a guy in South Africa.
Yeah.
The people are really helpful. And normally they are spot on, but it's just this is taking forever now.
I mean, all right, I know you pay a fair old whack for the home care thing, but you think what you would be paying out privately.
Oh yeah, it's just insurance, isn't it? Basically, it's like pay this much a month and you might never need it, but if you do need it, you're not going to pay £1,000 for a fixed job.
You know, so I do think this winter so far we must have had well over £1,000's worth of visits and parts and all of that lot. So we ain't done bad.
Well, that's probably why we're taking so long to get seeded. It's winter and everybody's getting sorted out. So
yeah. But no, he said you should be good for another decade at least. He said with that lot in there.
Yeah, they tell us that as well sometimes.
Yeah. So the last bloke told us that, and it lasted 48 hours.
Are you the same as us, that whenever they come to do the service, something breaks within 48 hours of them coming to do the service?
Yeah. And you normally get I must tell you that you are running an old boiler and you'd be better off getting a new one. We get all of that blurb.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's always like within 48 hours of them doing the service and saying everything's fine, something dies.
Yeah. I wonder whether they do the old mechanics tweak, you know?
What, a little thing that makes the...
Yeah, just loosen it off. Because the last time they come out and did the filter in the airing cupboard, 2 days later, the immersion tank started leaking from the seal on the top of the immersion heater. Now, all they got to do is just give it a quick tweak, isn't they, with a spanner?
Yeah.
It just seemed too convenient because it's like,
I don't know. I mean, because if it's the home care stuff, do they get... It depends how if they're just on a payroll and they go out to the jobs, it's not in their interest to do that.
I don't know whether they get a commission for each call out and recommendation they make.
If they do, that makes sense. If they don't...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Vincent says, ours packed up last week. It was €750 for a new gas block after spending 400 on it last year. Replaced it, not spending good money on the bad 10-year-old unit. Yeah, I mean, we had ours changed about 20 years ago, our boiler. But we have a thing in the UK, British Gas Home Care, and you get different tiers. And I think we pay about £400 a year. But,
I think we pay about... Well, last time I was aware of the price, it was like £16 a month.
Yeah, as I was saying, we pay about... See, I breathed again, folks. I took a breath, didn't I? I must learn. But, yeah, so...
Well, no,
yeah,
I don't know how much it is yearly.
Carry on.
No, go on.
Am I allowed to?
Feel free. I'll let you.
If you don't, bless him. But, yeah, about $450 a year, there or thereabouts, mate. And that covers all the parts then. We get the service, any parts we want for the boiler. It covers the whole of the heating system, all the plumbing, all the radiators, all the thermostats, everything. all right, you could say it's a lot of money. But when I think how much it's saved us over the years, it levels out.
It's just insurance, isn't it? It's like any insurance scheme. If you never use it, you paid a fortune. But if you do need it, like we've said, it might, like Vincent said, you have to pay 700, whatever. It's like they might come out and replace a big chunk of our boiler, which would have cost us hundreds of pounds, but they do it for free.
Yeah.
That's why we've had the same boiler for we've had the same boiler for like 15 years because it's better for us to get them to come out and fix it and replace the bits that are broken than get a whole new boiler because it doesn't cost us anything. We don't have to pay for a new boiler.
The only original part now on our boiler is the case that it sits in.
Yeah, it's Trigger's boiler, isn't it?
Yeah, so, he said it's good. He said it's pretty practical. Yeah, he said the only unit that was old in it was the fan unit. He said I've just replaced all of that and the control board. Yeah. He said so. You're basically looking at a complete new boiler again. Happy days.
Yeah. So it's like, we could get a new boiler, but there's no point because they just come out and fix it when it breaks and it doesn't cost us anything.
So I said, if the next engineer comes out and recommends that we get a new boiler, what should I tell him? He said, give him my mobile number. He said, because I'm their boss. I said, oh, right, okay.
Nice.
So I wrote that on the form for H and said, if we get that again next time, just give him this number. But no, he said no. He said they're basically, he said they're only doing their job. He said that's what they're told to do.
Yeah, they're trained to do that.
He said, in your situation, he said you don't need it. He said because everything now is been replaced in there.
Well, it's like when I used to work for a cable TV company. We deal with all different kinds of calls, but we were expected to try and upsell different packages, even if the call was nothing to do with that. Dealing with the fault, and you're waiting for a thing to go. So while I'm waiting, have you thought about this, that, and the other? It's just how you do a job.
That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. But I like the fact that home care also covers like your electrics and your plumbing and everything else. It's not just the boilers, not just your heating. It's quite good.
All your programmer, all of that lot. It's all covered. Because we had one of them last year, complete new digital programmer went in. Year before it was pumps, three-way valves, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Year before that it was the tank, complete new tank, immersion and all of that lot was done.
Yeah. We had a leak we had a leak from somewhere, and it turned out it was in the kitchen, and they sorted that out after about 15 visits. Yeah, that was all free.
Sounds a lot of money, but it ain't really.
No, given how much you would actually pay if you just got a plumber to come out and fix whatever it was.
Hugh says Blanket Bay is Colin Nightle. Good night, Hugh. Take care, mate. Have a great Christmas, and thanks for the hilarity that you bring to the chat throughout the year, mate. Keeps the shows going, mate, so it's nice to see you all. Yeah. Jeff lights off. He said, going to call it a night. Got to be up early doors in the morning. Have a fantastic Christmas. Equally fantastic New Year. See you all in 24. Take care, Jeff. Big hugs to you and Maggie, mate. And again, thank you for your support, mate.
Yeah. Take care, both of you.
Yeah. Edward says it's hilarious that companies can't afford to take calls in their own countries. Years ago, they would have been charged $1 gazillion in long-distance phone calls. Yes, a lot of ours get handled by India, South Africa. Oh, yeah, we get a lot of that now in the UK.
Yeah, just where it's cheaper to run, isn't it?
Yeah, all gets outsourced.
Yep.
But because I've even thought where I don't work, I could sit and do IT support or something like that from home. Yeah. Because why not?
There are plenty of like call centre jobs you can do from home.
Yeah.
Of any kind. So, I nearly did one until I worked in a call centre.
Yeah. My oldest sister does one.
Yeah. Yeah. And like often when you get a UK call centre, they're often in places like Scotland.
Yeah.
Or Ireland. Oh, Scotland or Northern Ireland, because the accents are more soothing and relaxing, apparently. That's the logic behind it.
Could you imagine some poor unsuspecting person ringing up and they get me? Geese, all right.
What?
How you doing?
Have you turned it on again and off again?
Yeah, turn it on and off again, you Burke.
Yeah. You pilch.
Oh, you pilcher. Do you mean to say you didn't realise it wasn't switched on? Taxi for a fanny. Yeah. Just imagine the complaints, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was when you disappointed that your assistant called me a Burke within 10 minutes of me ringing.
Anybody who's ever done like call centre training and you get given examples of good calls and bad calls, there's kind of historical examples that everybody is taught at call centres. Yeah, you'd be doing all those ones that become examples later.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I'd have fun doing it, mate.
Absolutely. La, 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 la,
I mean, that's
la,
what
la,
Go
la, la.
liked about us, because if they got the complaining customer in, they would go and see that bloke over there. He's our customer experience manager.
He'll certainly have an experience.
Yeah,
trust
in
me.
other words, the complaints department. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We call him
Andy, bless him,
GeoCities.
used to love it, because he used to stand there with Jack, our other manager, and just be staring at me as I started very politely dealing with the person. And then I'd start losing my enthusiasm, and the customer was then taking the odd step backwards on a regular basis, because it's like, yeah.
We're shifting from this type of experience to that type of experience.
But the thing is over the customer's shoulder, I could see the other managers all stood there in a line, laughing their heads off because I'm doing subtle. And they're like, this is gold. Because the company's policy, you know, is if customers have deliberately, how can we say, damaged the product themselves and was trying to blag the system,
Ain't happening.
yeah, we could pretty much do what we liked with them, because there's no way they're getting a refund. So that's where they used to say, yeah, go and see the customer experience manager. As soon as I had them people, I knew straight away they weren't getting a refund. So, yeah. So I would politely explain to them the theory of what they've done, knowing that the customer realises we're onto them.
Yeah.
We used to get classic ones, right? It was basically a camping supply company.
Yeah.
So you'd get someone, they would come in, right? They would spend, I don't know, $1,000 or so on, I don't know, a big tent, a stove, you know, all the accoutrements to go on their camping holiday, right? Well, as soon as they've been on their holiday, what was it they would try to do? They would try to bring everything back, because they've had their holiday, haven't they?
Yeah, like, oh, look, this tent was ripped. Or
Yeah, the tent was ripped, the cooker didn't work. And it's like, well, it's full up with cooking fat, and so it must have worked at some point, because I can tell you for a fact that's remnants of sausage, that's remnants of this, that, yeah. So you've had your holiday, and basically you want, yeah. Can I let you know that we don't do a rental service? You know, yeah. It used to usually get a bit fruity, but... Yeah. I'm going to trade in standards. Well, go. There's the card. There's their number. And get a case, and we'll quite happily let our team prove what you've done.
Yeah.
Because technically that's fraud, mate.
Yeah, and it's your fraud, not ours.
So suddenly they're like, yeah, this ain't working, and it'll be, won't ever shop here again. Yeah, no worries.
Ooh, please tell me why I should be scared of that.
Yeah, and they used to say, we're going to go to Blacks or Millets, and we would start giggling, because they was all part of the same group as us. So, yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, well, we'll make sure they've got your details, sir. Don't you worry about that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's like when you get that in shopping centres and shopping areas where there's like, you get different shops of the similar types.
Yeah.
And they try that, but they don't realise that all the shops are part of the same little shopping trading association in that town or that village, and they all speak to each other.
They're all part of the shop watch groups and all of that lot. But,
yeah.
You know, luckily for us, them sort of companies were all owned by the same big brand, so to speak. So, yeah, it used to be quite funny. I am going to go and shop here instead. Yeah, no worries. See you there. And we used to,
that's right.
Yeah, we used to flip between sites. So a couple of months I'd be working for one branch, then I would go into town, work for that one. So 9 times out of 10, you would bump into that customer.
And be like,
and they're like, yeah, and of course you would then get the same at Blacks. Would you like to go and see the customer experience manager? And there I was. Yeah.
Again.
The one person, have you got a brother, mate? I go, yeah, he works at Go. Yeah. Many fun. I miss that. I do miss that banter, but I don't miss how stupid the public can be.
when you work in retail, you learn two things. The first thing you learn is the customer's always right. The second thing you learn is the customer is actually always wrong.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, we had some classics there, mate. You will come off. There you go.
I need to smooth that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people in the chat work in retail. I think Marcy does, if I remember rightly, but it happens everywhere. It's the same all over the world with people, you know, but I formed a very low opinion of people once I worked in retail because you got to see the horrible side of humanity.
You and everyone else who's worked in retail, it is the normal thing you develop that calloused view of the human race as a species.
Yeah.
A general hatred for your own species is normal if you work in any kind of customer-facing industry.
And it's also unnecessary, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like doing like telecoms or cable. Any kind of like, I mean, in my case, it was always either cable and telecoms domestic or telecoms business. And it's always the same. Mm. And yeah, after 25 years of that, you really hate the human race pretty much globally. Mm. Somebody has to work very hard to redeem themselves in the eyes of somebody who works in retail. Mm. In the US, mostly Indian, and I have a hard time understanding them, so I always ask for a person in the US, says Edward Leonard.
Yeah.
Steve says, I'm trying to think of an easy diorama to do with my 1/35th famo and trailer.
Oh, nice.
There you go, chat. Give Steve some ideas.
Simple little road scene or something like that. Doesn't have to be massive, does it?
Yeah. Vincent says, desert theme. There's a fair number of pictures of DAC ones in the field.
Good shout, Vince.
Yeah, make with the ideas, chat. Give him ideas for his famo and trailer. Idea for my diorama. I think with a model like that, like you're right, you don't want it to be a big complicated thing because the focus is the model, isn't it? Not
exactly. You know, less is more in my motto, because you're trying to focus people's eye on the model. Yes, put it on a vignette, but less is more in my book. Depends on what you're after, mate. Yeah,
with a model like that, which is going to be big by default anyway, you're going to end up with a big display, so you want to make it simple.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just end up losing the model.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you're recreating a photorealistic scene from a picture during the war that's got buildings in it and all of that lot, then that's what you want to create. But if it's just a generic vehicle in situ, then a simple desert scene with a bit of desert ground and a few bits of detritus around it, because you want the eye on the model.
Yep. Always amuses me when you see somebody who's put a diorama together, and you get them occasionally. I've seen somewhere it's a beautifully painted model, it's a really nicely done model, and you can't fault them for the quality of the work with the diorama and the model and everything. But you've got this like big, detailed, beautiful diorama, and somewhere in the middle of it, there's the model that's actually meant to be the focal point. But you're not quite sure. It's like, isn't there somewhere?
So much going on, isn't there? And it's like,
which bit is the important bit? Yeah, what am I supposed to be looking at?
We've all done it. We all do a very, very busy build, don't we? And whereas now I tend to go less is more. If I was recreating a specific event or thing, then I go all out.
Yeah, it's like when I'm doing bases for minis. You can do all these great little things on bases and texture and cork, because I just give it a texture and a couple of tufts, because my focus is the mini, not the base. Plus, I'm lazy, which also helps.
Yeah, but it's simplicity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if you've got to do 100 bases, do you really want to do a complex rock scene with this, that, and everything everywhere? You've got to then do that for your entire army. Yeah.
And you can do it for like this guy being a character. Of course, you might give him a slightly more complex bit of scenery on his base, but you'd still keep it like dead basic. You wouldn't go ridiculous.
Yeah, the big cheese always gets the better base. Yeah, but
unless it's a display piece, in which case you can make the whole thing.
I mean, all my Warhammer vehicles get the same generic oval base. What's a base?
Base? That's the sound system.
Yeah, oval base with a bit of road, a bit of gravel, a few grass tufts, and that's it.
Tufts are your friend. Tufts are great.
Yeah, I like tufts. I like making tufts.
if you can't be bothered doing static grass, or you haven't got a static grass applicator, Tuft's the way forward.
Yeah.
See, I'm dead lazy. I just get a bit of a Grell and Earth, the cracked dusty sand effect, the soil effect, and then just a few tufts, and maybe a little bit of stone here and there, and that's it. I'm done.
What?
And that as well. Right, I shall be back in one moment.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Vincent says there's only one company who does that over here, or they did at least. End of the day, with the modern standard, is high yield condensation boilers, so they cost 2 to 3K for a complete unit. Yeah, over here, what they do, Vince, if I had got a new boiler, then you get 5 years free home care, which at 500 quid a year is 2.5 grand. So basically the cost of the boiler, instead of paying for your annual home care, you pay for the new boiler with that. So it don't cost you any more, mate. It's a good incentive because there are so many boilers now that are not energy efficient. And it's just a way in the UK that most of us can get an upgrade on the boilers quite favourably. They are trying to bring in heat pumps in the UK, but you are talking serious money for them. Not many people in the UK are convinced by them, to be honest with you. But they're so up there on the price band at the moment, and you don't get a subsidy for changing. So, the folks in my situation, where you've not got a lot of income coming in, you've only got a choice just to use the upgrade thing. But where I've had complete new guts put in it, it's pretty much, yeah. So it's now back up to, super duper high performing boiler, well within the top category band. Happy days. Had I have needed a new boiler, I would have got one. But they're quite good like that in here at the moment, because so many people are foregoing getting a new boiler. And you walk past some houses, Vince, it's like walking around in 18th century industrial Britain. Yeah, it's like unbelievable, some of the crud that's coming out of people's flumes. Because I work in this room, the boiler's in here, I have my carbon monoxide alarm next to me. Yeah, it's quite off-putting when you walk past the place and you smell the fumes coming out. You're like, bloody hell, what's he got in there? A coal running boiler? What else is going on in the chat there? Marcy says, be right back, phone's on, happy days. Edward says, in the US, most of the Indian call centres, and I have a hard time understanding, so I always ask for a person in the US. Yeah, with me and my hearing, Edward, I always have calls when H is here so that she can be my ears. But we have a speaker system on the phone, but I get what you mean, because sometimes they speak quite fast, and I don't always understand or pick up the words they're saying, so... Bobbin says, yes, customers are genuinely stupid, but we're not like it, are we? I mean, we don't go into a shop and be leery and nasty to people. Steve says, have resin full load for the Famo, and there's Panzer 4 on the trailer. Speedy says, don't diss coal. No, we used to have a real coal fire at one point, Speedy, and then the log fire and that, but yeah, we got it all ripped out again. We just have the boiler now. But my missus always wanted to get a Rayburn system back in, and that, and my aunt's still got her Arga. Vincent says heat pumps are the thing over here as well, but as long as I can put it off, we got a solar boiler for the warm water, so at least a bit of sun, and we have warm water free for the day. Yeah, we're getting the panels done in the new year, mate. They had given you a grant to get it done, so we just said, I'll just do it. So they'll come out and fit them in the new year. All adds to the resale value, so why not? A lot of the houses around here have got the solar panels now, so they're like, yeah, you can do that, yeah. If it works and it's good for the long-term future, why not? We won't reap the benefit in our lifetime, but it'll add to the resale value when we sell the house, because we will sell up in a couple of years and get somewhere a bit smaller, but also on a single level, be it an apartment or whatever, because obviously my mobility is rapidly declined again. And yeah, so we'll probably get an apartment or a bungalow or something like that and just scale down a bit, because we don't need the big house anymore. Kids are, you know, all grown up and that, so it's one of them. But it does mean I'll have to move all the man cave, and we all know how fun that is. Speedy says, yeah, the old Argers, yeah. Remember, my grand's kitchen was always toasty. Yeah, my Aunt Wynne, she's got a big old Arger, and yeah, does everything. Yeah. Can imagine they're quite an expensive thing now to have fitted on Arger. God, I reckon you'd be looking at least 25, 30 grand, wouldn't you, for an Arger? I mean, you'd get them cheap. Jeff says, Panzer Cat said he has a coal heater. Yeah. What else is there? Coal lasts a long time and it's cheap to run for sure. Exactly. Vincent says when they got to pull the trigger on an heat pump, he'd like to get a geothermal one. No extra electricity needed to help out in the winter, but a 10k at least to drill the borehole and the install. Borehole. Yeah, and Edward says the heat pumps cost a lot more in electricity. That's the downside we've got in the UK, Edward. They're expensive to install and they're very expensive to run. And we're a cynical bunch over here. We kind of are looking at it going, in the UK, it's a bit like Dieselgate, where the government said everyone needs to get rid of petrol cars and buy diesels. So everyone bought diesels, and then all the prices for diesels went up, and we all know about the diesel scandal. So, yeah. So people over here now are very sceptical when our government say, let's all have a heat pump fitted. They're like, yeah. Yeah, no. It's like, yeah, let's not do that because we don't trust you. Yeah. Let's get a heat pump fitted, apart from the people who can't actually afford to have that done, even if it's subsidised. Mm. Make it completely free in your own. Yeah. Exactly. And it's all right if you have a large detached premises, but could you imagine in the UK trying to fit heat pumps in an apartment block or, you know, in a row of terraces? Yeah. You're not going to have the space in the back or the front to put a heat pump, because if you was to have a heat pump at the front of your house street facing, the local vandals are going to have that stripped down in components and on eBay. Oh, God, straight away, all the copper and everything else. So you would stand no chance. Here's a question to show your age. Did you ever know anybody that had one of them like oil tanks in their back garden? Yeah. Yes, anyway. Yeah. You knew a person that had a big tank of oil in the garden for the heating and lighting and stuff. Yeah, we had one in London. Yeah. Up there. Big old oil tank, and it was a communal one. It done all four of the houses in that big 3-storey, you know, Georgian house, I suppose you would call it. But when I was a little kid, and I never quite understood what they had. I was like, why don't you just have everything electric like everybody else? Why have this big oil tank? Isn't that a bit of a pain if it runs out? We have a lot of it down here. We've got a lot of people with oil tanks and a lot of people with the Calagas, propane and butane and all of that lot, tanks, because some of Basingstoke was still quite rural when we moved down here. Yeah. And then as it expanded, any houses built since we've been here are all obviously modern code. But a lot of the older places were ye olde farm buildings and things like that, you know, so they've all got the cesspits and the oil tanks or the propane. And sense. I mean, ours is like 1930s housing estate, so semi-detached housing. Yeah. Because you hear people going, oh, yeah, the cost of the calendar to have your big tank filled up each year for the winter was astronomical now. And I still find it strange when I hear people saying that. But then a lot of the places round here were built long before that was a a thing, gas
it's
boilers
like a
and
legacy
that.
from that, isn't it?
Yeah.
The one thing I don't understand, and I don't get this right, and I could be wrong, but this poncy middle class thing now, right, of having a wood burner in a normal modern suburban semi-detached house where it's fully gas and electric and everything else, there's no reason to not have gas
you
or
mean like a
electricity.
Rayburn, you mean, yeah?
Yeah, where they just have a thing in the front room, and it's like, I understand it, but why would you want that when you can just have a gas or electric? You just turn it on, and or central heating where the house is warm.
I don't know. Perhaps people think they're doing a bit of good, even though they're producing carbon and all of that lot.
Yeah. It's like our next door but one neighbour's the one that I can't stand because they've got the yappity dog.
Oh, right.
And he's got a silly beard, and I don't like him anyway. Because he's just...
Define
he's just smug.
silly beard, because you are talking to two blokes that have goatees. Just saying.
Yeah, no, it's one of those beards where it's like it's the square thing on the bottom of his face.
Oh.
It's the YouTube metrosexual, ridiculously sculpted... Yeah, ridiculously sculpted beard that he probably spends more time looking after than everything else.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's one of them types. But it's like, they've got a wood burner, and it's like, but the house is central heating. Why not just... It's like you get up in the morning. Why would you want to get up in the morning on a cold winter's day and fart about with bits of wood and just turn the heating on? Ding, there you go, half an hour done, warm. What? I don't understand.
Hold up a minute. I'm going to just pull the handbrake here, right?
Yeah, go on.
And you say I'm bad with shrinkflation. Just saying.
Just saying. No, I just don't understand why... If you've not got gas or electric and no other way to heat your house, then fine, if you live in the back of beyond somewhere. But if you're in the middle of a suburb, in the middle of flipping white middle-class suburbians, everything's gas, electric and central heated, why would you want to put yourself through that?
So, chat, if you want to have a good Foxx wibble in future, just talk about wood-burning heaters.
Nonsense. One of my best mates in the whole world, he was up for getting one for his house. I was like, why? He said, because it's warm. It's a different kind of warmth. I'm like, you're an idiot. It's warmth. There's no different kind of warmth. It's going downstairs in the freezing cold and farting about for half an hour to get the damn thing started when you could have already been having a cup of tea and a poop.
It's still going. I can think of one wooden object I'd like burnt, but we won't go into that.
Steady now.
Yeah. So you're not a fan of them and Limp Bizkit beards, is that what you're saying?
Those stupid topiary beards. They're the kind of like YouTuber type beards. It's too manicured. If a man's going to have a beard, it should just be rugged and slightly...
Oh, you've asked for it now. You know what's
not
coming.
scruffy, but...
You know what I'm going to do.
Not these proper, like, square, sculpted beards from, like, YouTube nonsense.
Oh, it's got to be done. I've got to do it to him. Because I can. Because I am cruel.
You are
also,
cruel.
It is fun.
It comes from the heart.
It comes from the heart. Because we had this conversation one night about beards. And, yeah, I got him a good one. I'm looking for a particular picture.
Like Brian Blaze had never had a stupid Ponzi sculpted beard. It was a proper man's beard.
Yeah, but that's a proper lived-in beard.
Yeah,
Let's
I know.
be honest.
It's like, you can't say you've got a manly beard and then spend an hour like putting stuff on it and nourishing it. And no.
Beard oil, right? When did that become a thing?
That became a thing when the Ponzi metrosexual sculpted beard topiary gang appeared on YouTube and started having these stupid beards that require 3 hours of fettling and fondling. It's like, you have a wash. The most you should do is just get some shampoo on it if you have to. Honestly, just...
He's not happy. He's not happy. This is a full-blown... This might well be your first full-blown Foxx wibble on air.
Could be. No, I've wibbled about other things. But it's like, never have a beard that makes your head look 4 foot extra tall. You just look silly.
Yeah, he's proper...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
you're
in that
proper
style,
feeling
anyway.
it now, aren't you, mate?
There's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with big beards. Big beards are great. I've had big beards, but when you spend more than a few minutes lining them up with a straight edge, no.
Yeah, a ZZ top beard doesn't hurt anyone. They're proper
No,
lived
it's easy
in.
top beard. See, that's a beard. That's a proper beard.
Yeah, Captain Birdseye beard, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but a beard that looks like there's a beard that makes your jaw look about 3.5 foot thick, your jawbone. Honestly.
Oh, this is... I'm absolutely loving this Wibble because it makes a change.
But the only people that can get away with those silly, over-the-top, over-topiary beards, the only people that can get away with that are Australians. Because they're all hard as nails anyway, so by default, they get away with all of it.
And the Aussies can still rock a mullet as well, can't they?
Yeah, because there's that Australian YouTuber whose name I can't remember that shouts a lot, and he's the one that takes the mickey out of the guy that thinks Australians. He's got a big coiffed beard, but he's Australian, so he gets away with it. Australians get away with that because they're by default blue.
It's Fox's favourite picture, and whenever Fox misbehaves, he gets sent this by me.
What's this? What's this one? Oh, just no, it's not even it's like it doesn't even follow the line of his jaw. It goes like that and then that. It's just I'm not even looking now.
And if he's been really bad,
no, see that's all right. Although it's a bit too clean and poncy. if he just didn't spend an hour waxing it and grooming it, it'd look all right. But yeah, that stupid square. Oh.
Yeah. So if you do wonder, folks, that's his nemesis.
Because if you look at it right, follow the line of his jaw. His jaw sticks out a few degrees, and then it goes completely horizontal with the beard. It's just.
The last time I sent him this was about 3:30 one morning when I went, "Here, Fox, I didn't recognise you without your hat." And the language that came back on Messenger wasn't very family friendly, was it, mate?
No.
And I do believe he threatened to grass me up to his mum.
I probably did.
Jeff says that's like a low polygon beard like the guy in the Dire Straits video. Yeah.
It's just, I also kind of associate them with those kind of like Andrew Tate, women have their place in the kitchen, mouth breathers. So I kind of I associate them with a bad group of people as well, to me personally. So
absolutely.
No, it's stupid. If you're going to have a beard, have a beard. Have a man beard, not a ponce beard.
Yeah, Vincent saying, Diesel isn't that bad. Better off. So, yeah, we know that. We was on about the Volkswagen Dieselgate, mate. And, Space Rangers is in saying, hi, Colin Fox. Hope you're feeling better. I am, mate. Foxy's got the ump at the moment about topiary beards.
Thank you. I'm fine, thank you.
Steve says the new log burners, even bonners, are so easy to get going and throw out a lot of heat. Jeff has bought a new heat pump last year. Haven't had to run the heat much this winter because all the computers keep his home office toasty and warm by themselves. Space Ranger's laughing at me with my topiary beard photo. Yeah, see, Fox sends me the distraction raccoon, and when he's having a wibble, he gets the beard of shame. Along with the walking away music gif as well. That travels quite a lot. I sound more
aggressively when you get me on about beards and things like that.
And everyone's saying hello to Vincent as well. Yeah, so that's nice to see you back in, Vince, because we do miss your company, mate. And you are a legend in your own right, mate. We do miss your banter, mate. So, yeah, keep in touch, mate. Come and see us both. Come and chat with us both in an hangout sometime and just shoot the breeze, mate, because, we'll send you a private link.
Have to agree with Jeff when he says all his computers and stuff keep the room warm. The upstairs of this house is quite easily warm because we've only got 2 radiators in this house. So I'm not going to go into why because it's a long and very stupid story, but we've got one in the bathroom upstairs and one in the hallway downstairs. Now, at the minute, the one in the hallway downstairs is the one that's not working very well. But it's quite good in this house because even if it's a really cold winter's day, you can guarantee upstairs will warm up quite nicely as soon as I turn on either my lights because I'm filming or building, or my Xbox, which just makes everything tropical within about 5 minutes. So, yeah.
So I'm lucky in here because I've got my server, my aquarium, and the boiler.
And the boiler, yeah.
I mean, we're not a particularly warm night out there. I've got my window open, I've got my door next to me open, and I've got a fan on.
Yep.
And I'm sat here with just a T-shirt and a pair of PJs because... Yeah.
But the thing is, the last few years, it's actually not been so bad. It's been not that cold. And I did find myself falling into the trap, and it's kind of a stupid logical trap, really. But you sit there and you think, oh, it's cold, I'll put the heating on, I'll do this, and I'll put this radiator on, I'll do that. And then I sit there and I think, or I could just stop trying to walk around the house in T-shirt and shorts and actually just put like a warm sweater on.
Just put a fleece on, yeah.
I'm so used to walking around in T-shirt and shorts, I'm like, oh, why don't I just wear some warm clothes? That would be nice.
See, I don't mind the winter because it's very easy to put a layer on. But in the summer, when you overheat, you get so hot.
Oh, God, yeah.
And obviously I remember having Nudegate on a Friday frolic because...
Yeah. I'd rather be chilly and able to wear lots of warm clothes than sweating like a cowback and not being able to do any work.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about the summer is regulating my heat because I do get very hot and to the point I just can't cool down and I have to stop what I'm doing and go next door because it's just too much.
But I also hate the board because when it gets that hot, everything I do is in this room, like the Xbox, the computer, and streaming and filming. And so when it gets dead hot, I can't do anything. I can't do any of that. I have to sit downstairs reading the internet on my iPad all day, and it gets really boring.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm bored now, please. Oh. Trust me, on an iPad, the internet is terrible.
Oh, yeah. I had it when I was bedridden after my, how can I say, slightly emergency visit. And I was basically instructed no man cave for at least 10 days. And H come up with a cup of tea and something to eat. And there I was on the MacBook, remote accessing my webcam so that I could look down at my bench. And she was like, you are sad. You need to, yeah. I said, but... And she got me one of these little hobby boxes to put a bit of glue in and that, a little bit of cutting mat. And I just bought up a couple of Warhammer kits so that I could sit there and glue them together. Yes.
This is like...
Because I was proper throwing a strop. I was proper mopey.
Yeah. Well, that's your whole work. Everything happens in the man cave. So when you can't go in it, that's everything that you can't do.
And she was like, oh, Whibbлекins, behave yourself. So she went and got me that. And she was like, there you go. Now shut the hole under your nose. And I was happy. I'm like, have I ever told you how much I love you, darling? Yeah.
I remember when I was a young teenager, like almost teenager. I might have been about 14. I slipped and fell and like got some little tiny fractures in my ankle, so I was laid up for 6 weeks. I did it on the last day of term, and I was better by the first day of term. All my summer holiday was spent laid up, but I couldn't do anything, and I was being all grumpy. So Mum went a few roads down to one of the little corner shops where they had some little model kits and bought me these little model kits so I could sit in the chair with a lap tray making stuff. And they were little weird, little tiny plastic crappy kits. So there you go. Same thing there. That'll keep you quiet. Stop whinging.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Dee. Right, that's the book of, what's it called? The Staff of Tomorrow, which I finished today. That goes on there like that, you see, which I shall apply now, I think.
Apply now with all your forward folds.
Ew. You keep your folds to yourself, young lady.
Steve says to you, have you got the Xbox Series X Foxx?
Yes, I've got a Series X and a Series S, but I don't use the Series S anymore. Yeah. But I've got both. Yes, I've got the Series X. And it is fantastical.
Absolutely.
That's mate. I've got two. One for me to play with in full 4K HDR and everything else. And one just for streaming. That's purely because I had one, but I'd have to keep disconnecting it from the capture card and plugging it into the other to play it and to stream it separately. Yeah. I didn't want to knacker any USB ports on the expensive console or capture card. So I said I'm getting a second Xbox just because that's not 4K and it's not HDR. So,
and at risk of making Vincent faint, you might want to grab your bench here, Vince.
Go on.
Because
I know what's going to happen.
I also have an Xbox Series X, Vincent. Yes, handbrake applied. Yes. Shock horror.
He does.
I finally went and did it after all the years that you and Sarge and Fox and that all berated me. I now am the proud owner of Claptrap, my Xbox Series X.
Yeah, it's got a nice Claptrap skin on it.
And yeah. I know, Vince. The things you never thought would happen, mate.
Yeah. Just imagine one day we will see Colin playing bracket insert game name here bracket.
Well, the eagle-eyed may realise that if they ring the bell, there may be a random Christmas gaming stream that may or may not take place.
Wait, what? Ooh.
I know. So I was mulling it over during the day today.
Mull.
And was like, yeah. So keep an eye out, because I am a total Xbox noob and it will go totally tits up for me, but it's going to be a giggle. So.
Well, it's even better. You're a total modern gaming noob.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is just going to be great to watch you learn. And
so, yeah. So keep an eye out for it, folks. It's going to happen. I might even do more than one stream, because there's one I've been promising Jeff I would do. And I don't want to let Jeff down, so I will stream a bit of Grim. But
yeah,
I'm then going
to...
Yeah, and then I'm going to do another Xbox game. I haven't decided which one yet.
Whichever tickles your fancy, dude.
So, yeah, be careful what you wish for, folks, because the internet, as you know it, is about to go bang. I would say what possibly could go wrong, but...
Well, the good thing is, if it all goes pear-shaped and goes horribly wrong, you just whip Uncle Weavy on anyway.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's just going to be a giggle, isn't it? And it's all Chris's fault. Because we had a conversation earlier on, and Chris was like, oh, bit of streaming. I went, you never know. And then it got me mulling. So you can blame Gross Models for this, folks. Because he may have encouraged me.
I was kind of hoping the staff of tomorrow would sit on the base, but it doesn't. It just sits just above it.
Space Ranger says he had an Xbox, but the CPU kept melting off the board. That's unusual.
That's the old Xbox 360. That
was the one with the X clamps issue, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first few versions of it, they were.
Lex used to have to keep sending these back to Germany to be reflowed.
Yeah, I went through 3 until I got a Jasper chipset, which was
immune, and
that still works. That one. Yep.
Yeah, he sent it to a place in the end to have it completely modded, and that was it.
I still got the 4th one I ever got, which was an Elite. That still works.
Yeah.
But I've also got a modded one now that's got fully modded, and it's got all the billions of games on it and every game ever on it and stuff. It was to go in his bedroom. It's like a it's like a gaming shop. All the different consoles all lined up, and he doesn't stick to one genre. He'll have all the different consoles on the go, and that's his thing. He's an avid gamer. Yep. So, yeah. I mean, I only stick to Xbox because Xbox was the first console I ever bought, the original Xbox. I've played on PlayStation stuff, but then all my friends got Xboxes to play Halo, and then by that point, everybody I knew was on the Xbox ecosystem, so we wanted to play games together. So by that point, there's no point in me getting into PlayStation because I didn't know anybody that had one. Yeah, so. Mine got me the Xbox Pass because suddenly I went from being a crusty old fart to a trendy dad because I had a claptrap wrapped Xbox X, and they're like, "Whoa, Dad's come out from the Stone Age." Dad has entered the modern age. Yeah. His PS2 has finally been consigned. No. You are talking to the bloke who's got a Sega Mega Drive still hooked up to the TV, so... Yeah. Steve's still using his he's still using his modded Xbox One X, has 2 terabyte SSD and thermal paste and pads replaced, runs a lot quicker and cooler. New Xbox due next year. Good lad. Nice one. He's also got a water-cooled 360. Nice. Yeah. Space Ranger's now got a PS4. Oh, nice. Jeff says, no letdown here. Play or do whatever makes you happy, Festa. Absolutely, but no, I'm a man of my word, mate. Yeah. KRD Klein Race Car Design is in, says, hello, everyone. Hello, Klein. Hello, mate. How you doing? Hello. Vincent says he'll definitely have to make time for your gaming streams. I'll be glued to it. Yes, I am on Xbox as Festa Kit Basher Vincent, so feel free to tap me up. Style Jazz. So, yeah. You'll find me on there, mate. So, invite only. Yes. Yeah. I don't think that staff is supposed to stick out like that, quite at that funky angle, but it's how the hand looks good on the arm, so it's sticking out at a funky angle.
And I'm such a total noob. I have 0 achievements or anything because all I've been doing is just randomly getting used to moving around and things like that. I've not actually gone full into a game yet. So,
well, I'll be honest with you. There are times, sometimes, when I turn on the Xbox, I go in, I pottle around the menus for a bit because it looks really nice, and then I'll go into the store and see if there's any offers on for dirt cheap games.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, I'll go into the settings and see what I can play with, and then I'll just turn it off.
Yeah.
There used to be a time I had a PlayStation Vita.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it was the most beautiful piece of tech ever designed by man. It was absolutely gorgeous little thing.
Yeah.
But there were absolutely no games on it that interested me to play apart from Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah.
And because the game, there were so few games that I wanted to play on it, I used to get it out of the box, turn it on, go through the menus, sigh, because it was so beautifully engineered and it looked so beautiful, and just put it back in the box because there was nothing to... It had like a 1 foot long power lead, which was useless if you wanted to play in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It's just something different in it, and
You'll have great fun.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of it whatever you want.
Was my MS nurse that put me onto it. Should be good for your cognitive and keeping your hands and your dexterity going, she said. So. And also, you know, the gaming thing, you know, it keeps your brain active, doesn't it? Let's be honest. She said, so you might find you're not as derpy. I said, that's just old age, love. But,
that's just natural derp, that is.
But yeah, my eldest, he was dead proud. And then he messaged me other boys like, the old man's only gone out and got an Xbox X. So that was it. They both Cal drove all the way across Basingstoke just to knock on my door and went, show me, I want to see it. So I introduce you to Claptrap, and he was like, oh, cool, can I have one of them lids made? Of course you can. Well, they both got lids now.
Not only that, he's also kitted out with an Elite controller as well for the best.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Where's 42 and 41?
I've got all the rechargeable battery packs as well for my other controllers, and proper gone for it, mate, ain't I?
You are tricked out like a biatch.
Yeah, got a spare hard drive as well. It's some of this.
Oh yeah. You now have like 1 billion games to play, thanks to various things.
And I did a classic here. This is where now they're all going to face palm and mock me. So I switched it on, right, and put Portal on, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what the hell do I do? And Fox was, it tells you. He said, just listen to it. I said, I haven't got a set of earphones. So basically, I've loaded up the one game where you could really do with a set of headphones on because it's telling you what to do. It's like,
Bless. Yes, because he's going through a monitor, aren't you? So
so because I don't have speakers connected to my PC now, because that way, if there's an echo in a live stream, people can't blame me.
Nope.
Because it's like, I don't have speakers connected. It ain't me. Leave me alone.
Okay, I've got literally 2 sprues.
Yeah.
And there's maybe 20 parts, and I can't find this part.
I've got one sprue, and it took me ages to find these 2 bits of metal, because I actually thought they was just bits of sprue.
I'm trying to find a whole ass arm, and I can't find this arm anywhere. Come on, 41. 41, where are you?
Like,
I assume it would look like an arm.
Mm.
That's 51.
Well, that ain't a bad price, Edward. He says Xbox X is on sale in the US for $399. Pick that up, mate.
Yeah. They're all around the world at the minute. They're on massive price reductions, like £100 or more off.
Yeah.
Which is really, you can pick them up for like, in the UK now for like 300 quid in places.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to get one, now's the right time to get one. Dirt cheap.
Is this because the alleged rumours may be true that they're doing a compact version of the X?
No, it's just trying to get them sold. Trying to get them sales going at Christmas, isn't it?
Because there was a strong rumour that they was going to do a bit like a PlayStation Mini, but with Xbox. But I can't see that working myself.
No, there was a leak of there was a leak of when they did all the stuff for taking over Activision.
Yes.
there was a leak of a load of documents that were submitted for it that showed like because they do like a mid-generation refresh of consoles.
That's
like
right. That's what I was on about.
Yeah. But and it suggested this one, but this was like a 3-year-old document, and it was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that now. That was 3 years ago, and that's not happening.
I made the mistake again of pausing for breath, didn't I?
No, just answered the question.
That's all right, dear.
Yeah,
mocking you. Don't take it seriously.
They might do a PlayStation doing a refreshed, or rumored to be doing a refreshed console in a year or two. I think Microsoft have said, no, we're not going to do a mid-generation refresh, but they might just do a whole new console in 2 or 3 years. Nobody knows.
I'm happy with what I've got.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, this generation's already 3 years old, and there's at least another 2 or 3 years left in it. So,
you know, you are talking Mega Drive and PlayStation 2, man, here, mate. So my X is going to get a fair bit of use and life out of it.
Oh, there's not gonna go out of use, out of date once the next one comes out. They'll still be around. It'll still be more than awesome.
I still don't think they've reached their full potential, do you?
What, the current ones?
Yeah.
No. Well, the irony is we're only just now starting to see games that are actually tapping into the potential of the PS5 and the Series X anyway.
Yeah.
Things like the new Avatar game, which really pushes the consoles to the limit.
Yeah.
And it's just because, you know, it takes that long for these games to get made now. Unreal Engine 5 games are just starting to come out, and that's going to be really pushing these consoles.
It's quite exciting, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the consoles are, you know, lower powered than, say, top-of-the-range PCs, but, you know, it's a whole different thing, you know. Not everybody wants to own a sports car. Some people want to have a nice family car. Yeah. That's why, you know, some people want consoles, some people want PC. Doesn't matter.
They've each got their place.
Yeah. But, yeah, we're only just now starting to see games that are really pushing that hardware.
Yeah,
so as far as it can go. I was slightly tempted to get the new Avatar game. I mean, I hate Avatar. I have no interest in Avatar. I couldn't stand the movie. It bored me senseless, the first one.
Oh, right, yeah.
But the game looks outstandingly beautiful. And it's an Ubisoft game, so it's basically Far Cry. And I love Far Cry. But from what I've read so far, the gameplay loop isn't quite as interesting as Far Cry. So I'll be like, I'll wait till it's like $5 in the sales, because they always are about 6 months later. Because I want a game that looks that nice. But yes.
Let's have a look here. So, that's the thing. They're spoilt for choice, aren't we, on a lot of the games? Oh, yeah. But again, and I've said this before, from your point of view, of course. See, I'm sitting here saying, yeah, this game looks great, and this other game looks a bit last gen, and it's not as impressive. But it was for you, the last game you played was Grim Fandango. So every game is awesome for you. Oh, yeah. You've got so much like stuff. You could start with a 10-year-old game and be blown away by its visuals. Yeah. And yet you've still got all the other stuff. Yeah. For you, it's all good. It's always better to be late to the party to get the best benefits. That's how I see it. Yeah. Exactly. I'm very jealous of the experience you've got ahead of you. Oh, yeah, because I get to play all of these games for the first time. Yep. You can never play a game for the first time again. Because Fox was going through a whole list of games, and he was like, I'm so jealous. I went, why? He said, because you'll get to experience all of this for the first time. He said, it's... Yeah, because it's like everybody has their favourite games, and everybody remembers the first time they played those games. And you can go back and play them again, but it's not the same the second time because there's nothing new. So you asked me that question, didn't you? Do you have a preferred genre? And I said, I haven't played any genres because... Yeah, I've not even decided what genre I like the most because I've not really played much, so... It's all to play for. It's all to play for. So I've just got that. I'll play anything. I just want to learn, really, and have fun. For all we know, Festa could have spent all this money on this console and all this tech and find out that he's got a deep, abiding passion for Match 3 puzzle games. Which are the least powerful games in the universe. So yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. I can't wait to watch you start that journey though. I really can't. I can't wait to... It's funny because I can't wait to watch you play games that I know,
so I can, because I love watching people play games that I've already played, because then I can see how they respond to stuff. But I also can't wait to see you play games that I've never played before, because that's just also interesting, because you'll find your own.
Well, I don't have any biased opinion, do I? Because I've not done any of it. So it's like I've got no preconceptions or anything.
No, you don't know anything about any of them. You just
it's all new to me, so it's brilliant. Total noob, mate. Like I remember Vince and Sarge several years ago had that challenge of teaching Festa how to play D&D and things like that, and Xbox was mentioned back then. And Sarge was like, oh, that would be so funny to get you playing Xbox. He said, because you'd get to learn everything that we take for granted.
Yeah.
And
that's the funny thing as well. Colin and I have had these conversations, but it's the little things that we take for granted and don't even register in our brains, that this will make us realise how intuitive a lot of it has become to us. Like even just simple things like using a controller.
Yeah, I sit there and have to look at the buttons to make sure I'm pushing the right one. Because I'm forever turning it upside down. What's this button? What's that one?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what everybody has to do when they first start out.
Exactly.
But it's like, for example, if you put me in a game that I've never played, and the game starts, and I'm like, right, it's first person. I instantly know, more or less, how to control the character without even thinking about it. Yeah. There'll be some button variations, but how to walk, strafe, they're generally the same. So I don't even have to think. If it's a third person game, I'll generally know how to control it. If it's a platformer, I'll generally know, it's weird. It's like breathing. We don't even think about it. We just do it. And yet for Colin, of course, these aren't established muscle memories. These aren't established tropes that he's experienced yet. I love it. It's just so awesome to see this thing hatching that's just... I'm so excited by it.
Tell them about the excitement when I realised that in Cyberpunk, when I went the wrong way, there's a large map in the corner that actually tells you where you're going. I didn't even notice that because I was too busy getting blown away by the graphics. And I said, oh, look, there's a map in the corner. That's why I'm going in the wrong way. And he freezed up and he was like, you are such a noob. Yeah. And I went, yeah.
He's loading up the starting area for the what's it called? The one where you're the one that lives out on the outskirts. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, that one.
Yeah.
Where you're from the Bacchus clan. Nomad, that's it. You remembered a gaming thing and I didn't.
I didn't, did I?
You
can
did.
I have points? Can I have XP?
You can have points for that. So, he does the thing where he gets in there and then you have to go and find your car, and he got in the car and he's trying to figure out how to drive the car, and then he's driving this car around, but it's like, I don't know. He sees this thing in the corner. He's like, what's that thing? The enormous map in the corner that you can't possibly miss.
Yeah.
So what is that? Oh, it's a map. Oh, right. I get it.
Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Turn around. Oh, look, I've done... Of course, I sent him all of this in message, and he was pissing himself laughing.
It's adorable.
I said, well, I don't know. It's the first time I've played it.
Yeah. But it's the things that we take for granted. Like, we load up a game screen, any first-person game, and we can, for example, just using first person, and we can instantly roughly figure out what the items on the screen are. We'll know, okay, well, that's a little mini-map, that's a health bar, that's my weapons, that's my ammunition, that's my shield. We just have this inbuilt language, and you'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I mean, up until then, my most modern game was LucasArts Grim Fandango from 1991.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, maps and all of that, and character customization, that's all new to me. Witchgate, well,
Yeah, but there is like a universal... Not every game is different, obviously. But there is a sort of a universal language of game standards and tropes that kind of follow. So generally, in a first or third person game, the left stick is movement, the right stick is your head. It's generally the same, apart from the occasional Japanese game where they just don't care and they'll just do weird nonsense. Yeah. But the beauty of it is that, and I've seen other people go through this where they first start. One of my friends who always played PlayStation and played Final Fantasy, when she first started playing first-person Halo, she couldn't cope with the controller at all.
Yeah.
She was used to a PlayStation 1 controller. It only took her about a week.
Yeah.
Then she was headshotting everybody like a complete badass.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take long to instinctively get used to the idea of using a controller for different game types. And then you get like... Then you get the instant memory, like the universal acceptance, especially on Xbox, that like to back out of a menu is B. It's always B. What's the back out? What B? How do you click on something? A. It's always A. Again, unless the developer's like just a masochist. A is always select. B is always to back out of something. It's generally the way. It just becomes. I can't wait to watch all this grow. And watch you come out of your chrysalis, a fully formed gamer.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
You'll get there.
I have no high expectations. I'm just going to have fun.
No. Just don't listen to anything we say about what you should or shouldn't like or play. Just you play what you want.
Yeah,
And if you like it, you like it.
I'm going to be the best gamer in the world, but I'm going to have a bloody good laugh with it.
There's no such thing. You just play games because you want to play the games. I like to think of it when I'm playing my kind of game is what's called an immersive sim, which is basically a first person game, but you're kind of in the world, like Far Cry's and things like that, sims. But I like to just say, the way I think of it is, forget that you're a bloke sitting in a room with a controller in your hand and you've got to go left to make him. Just imagine you're that person that's in the game. And you say, there's a bad guy. What would I do if it was me? I would crouch down and sneak behind that wall and peek over the top. And that's what you do. You just do that thing in the game. And it's like, the moment you start thinking like that, you become in the game then. And that doesn't take long to get to that point. And at that point, you're sweet.
Yeah.
That's why I play first-person games slowly, because I play it like I'm there. I'm sneaking about. I'm looking over a fence and I'm peeking around corners.
Space Ranger's got to disappear. See you later, mate. Take care, buddy. Thanks for coming in, mate.
Take care, amigo.
Always nice to see you. Have a good crimbo, mate.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. I can't wait for your journey to begin.
Yeah, it's going to be...
I really, truly can't.
It's going to be intriguing.
It's going to be the best.
Yeah, my boys are the same. They're like, it's going to be so fun just seeing you getting into it.
Yeah. And it's not a case that it's going to be fun pointing at you and laughing when you're doing faily stuff because you don't know what you're doing. That's not it at all. It's going to be fun watching you learn.
I don't care about that, to be honest with you, because, again, I'm not giving people any preconception that I'm a fully fledged gamer, because I'm not.
No.
You know, so I'm under no illusion at the end of the day. For me, it's almost like a physiotherapy type thing, you know.
Yeah. It's a means to an end.
Yeah.
But if you can chill out while you're doing it, even better.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about.
I think that's why I like the Far Cry games, because you can just...
We can see it.
You can just pretend that you are the person in the place at your own pace. You don't have to do the quests and stuff and missions straight away, and you just
absolutely
immersive sim your way through it.
That's got to be done, mate. I think it's going to be a laugh.
Mm-hmm. I used to like fast-paced, standard first-person shooters, but I grew away from them when I discovered immersive sims.
Yeah, excuse me. I like the idea of just trundling around and having a looky. Though I like being nosy. Oh, what's over there? I'm going to go and have a look. What's over there? And what I can't get my head round at the moment. And I had this when I started exploring Cyberpunk a little bit.
Yeah.
Is I'll randomly stop somewhere and I'll get out the car and I'll go for a walk. Now, someone's took the time to do a little creepy crawly sat on a rock. Now, No, the likelihood of someone stopping at that exact spot and seeing that little scorpion or whatever sat there is remote, isn't it? But they still put it there.
Oh, yeah.
So that gets my little brain going then as to what else is hidden in some of these outback areas. So I just spend more time going for a looky-loo than I do actually doing what they want me to do. But I like that.
Well, that's where the immersive part of immersive sim comes in, you see. It's that world building that you get in things like your Far Cry's and your Fallouts and those kind of Skyrims and stuff.
Yeah.
Because there are things to do and there are quests to be done and missions to do, but at the same time, there's a whole world and you can just take your time and go through it.
Yeah, but I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Fact that they've done that, and yeah, I can have a bit of a looky-loo and a bit of an explore, and yeah, for me that's important.
I mean, there's a bit of a learning curve in, say, the Far Cry games and stuff, because you've got to learn the mechanics of their game, and they can be quite tricky, but...
Yeah, but you are talking to an uneducated cockney, aren't you? So, you know what I mean?
No, I just mean in terms of an inexperienced gamer, as in the mechanics like that, to somebody who's not played those games before. But once you get the hang of the mechanics, you're done.
It will be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a camera there, Cole. Try not to knock that, Burke. Manuel is in. Say good evening, Colin and Fox, and for all in chat, a Merry Christmas for everyone.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you too. I'll do it in a minute without belching.
I think the belch makes it. It makes it very festive Christmas.
God, I've not stopped belching. It's not really.
There you go. Nothing wrong with a good belch.
Absolutely, mate. Especially if it's lead.
I see what you did there.
It was good, wasn't it? You liked that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I did it the other day. I reeled off a load of Warhammer paints and he was so proud of me.
I did, because I was saying, what colour should I do this? And he went, here's this list of paints you should use. I'm like, you just listed them by name, not by colour.
Yeah.
I was like, what colour should I paint the trousers? Brown, red, and he's like, you should do Zandri Dust, and you should do this.
Like, he had the base, the layer, the highlight, everything, and the wash. He's like, dude. I went, I need to get out more, don't I?
I was filling up, I really was.
That's when I realised, Vince, that I had gone down the hole, mate.
Yeah, we already knew you were down the hole. Don't even pretend that you weren't.
Yeah, but I've been in whole denial for a long time, mate. But I can't get out of it now, can I?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But, excuse me.
However, I do still try.
You are trying. I mean, you do try.
Absolutely. I like trying.
Yes. What time do you want to go to, buddy, before I get too involved in this next bit?
Latest half past, mate, yeah.
Okie dokie.
So, yeah, I think that'll do us, didn't you?
You got a bit of the sniffles there, dude?
I am, mate. I'm going down with something, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. So
it can bugger off.
It's one of them things, mate. It's Christmas, isn't it? One of us always gets cold, but Ellen and Lex had it recently, didn't they? So it's inevitable that... Excuse me, clearing my nose there. It's inevitable.
Inevitable. I've got his arms glued on.
Back in the cell, just got to get a tissue so I can blow my bloody out because the viewers don't want to hear me sniffing.
I've got his arms glued on. He's got a bit of a Moses with the books of whatever pose going on there. But it's looking pretty good. I'm enjoying this build. Lots of nice organic curves. So the only bit of filling I've had to do is in the crotch and the butt, and that's it really. Other than that, I did spot a little mould line earlier that I need to clean up, so I shall do that now. A little gap, I mean. I forgot to clean up, which is difficult now. I've put the staff on. But some of these little gaps where they haven't been able to hide it, they're easily cleaned up if you just do the squeeze method and the glue squeegees out. And then you can easily... There's no way to get to this. You can easily clean them up. Just don't glue the staff of tomorrow on before you start trying to clean this one up. Spoon. I didn't think about that, did I? There we go, that'll do it. I'm looking forward to painting this fellow. Lots of blues will be required. The only thing with this character is in the lore, basically. This character goes in with just one head, into the warp with one head, and there's a normal dude, but he's so corrupted by the warp that he comes back out completely mad with two heads, but he's also visibly aged to look really ancient. And he's always portrayed with rough feathers and scruffiness, but you can't really paint that on him because he's not built to look rough and old. So I don't know how you paint old scruffy feathers. So he's just going to look clean, which is weird.
That's easy. Just take a picture of the back of your head because you're old and full of feathers.
You can just shut up, you big tart.
This is how it starts. Yeah, but you're tart, you're tartness.
Yeah, but your tarts are made of tarts.
You're all of the tarts.
Your tarts are not even got jam on them.
No, that's cruel.
Do you know? Oh, do you know what we've started a trend of in this house now?
What's that, mate?
Well, Mama Wolf no longer gets bribed with pork pies and sausage rolls.
Yeah.
Now it's jammy scones with clotted cream.
Oh.
So I'm like, if you're good and you get up before 6 o'clock in the evening, you can have a jammy scone with clotted cream. Whoa.
Me and H had mince pies earlier and it was instant sugar rush, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is so wrong, but so nice. And she went,
It's so wrong, but right in every way.
I was like,
I don't know what it is that makes scones taste like scones, but it's the best thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
And then, because she was a very good girl one day last week, we came to almost the end of the pot of clotted cream. There's only a little bit left. So I said, tell you what, because you've been very good, you can have your scone with your jam and your clotted cream, and I'll give you a spoon, and I'll give you the leftover bit of clotted cream in the pot.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, she's nom, emptying out this pot of clotted cream. I'm like, I'll just wait for the coronary to hit. She was made up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check your chat for you.
Merry Christmas to you and Fox. I'd appreciate if you could split this with the princess, as he doesn't do any content. Give him one. Yeah, squishy hugs. Yeah, he'll be sat there with his iPad working out his share anyway, mate. But what he doesn't do is he doesn't deduct the 30% that YouTube take. But that's all right. Yeah, I'll split it, mate.
Oh, thank you very much, Edward.
But yeah.
Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, yeah. But obviously, if you do a super chat to Fox when he does do content, I'll expect my half off of him for that.
Yeah, fair dues. Fair dues.
But no.
Halfsies.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
dear.
Have a bit of on-screen air guitar for you, mate.
Yeah.
There you go. As soon as that clears PayPal, I'll send him his half, mate.
Thank you.
Because I am a man of my word, because the last time I had a big one, he did score a stomper, so...
That's true. Yes, that was very awesome. Well, as thanks to your kindness, I shall earn my keep by saying, if you'd like to support Colin's channel...
Oh, here he goes.
And you don't already, do consider becoming a patron. Go to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, and you can support him there, or you can press join underneath any of the videos and content on this channel and become a channel member and support him there. And you can make sure he's kept in kits and tea, and he sounds like he's on his deathbed right now, so all your help will be greatly appreciated.
It sounds worse than it is. It's just the mild bout of the sniffles.
Sniffles. Get your sniffles here.
Yeah.
Free from pain in the bum. La, 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 la.
But you can send as many subtle hints about him doing content as you want, mate, because, yeah, it'll come back.
There will be. There will be. I will come back when I can actually find a decent slot that works for me and my schedule. That's the problem. Where are we? Let's have a look.
Apparently that goes up under there. Okay.
Edward says to Jeff to get an Xbox. He says I would. Says Jeff, but I haven't had time to play even the games on my PC. Do.
That's the thing. I had a lot of games on Steam as well, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I think Festa might really like mechanical puzzle games like the Room series, says Jeff. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's got to be done, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm lucky at the moment because I've got no preconceptions of choosing specific genres and that. I'm just going to go for whatever game. You know, I'm just going to blow muter again, because every time I lean over, it's like, yeah, bear with me.
Fog warning. The worst thing is, as well, if you've got a sniffly nose or any kind of block nose, when you're wearing glasses and you put lenses on them and it makes your glasses heavier, they press down on your nose and that makes your sniffles worse. I think that's why I always get the sniffles when the camera's on, because I'm wearing my lenses clipped to my glasses and it just pushes the glasses down on my nose and it's like, so yes.
Yeah, you're bang on with the optivisors and that. They rest right on the bridge of your bugle, mate, and once your nose starts running, that's it.
Yeah, it's like if you press, if you get to the people watching, if you get to the end of your nose, right, touch the end of your nose and just press the ends of your nostrils together, so it's like that. After a few minutes, you'll start getting sniffly.
Yeah,
it can be quite frustrating.
Very frustrating, isn't it? It's like, yeah,
it's the things we do for you folks because we love you.
Yeah, but it's one of them, and it's the same for everyone. But obviously, when you're live streaming, the last thing you want is to keep trying to clear your nose. It's not very pleasant for the viewer, is it?
No.
No. He says as he immediately sniffs.
Colin Fox have to go. GTSI all 100, says Space Rangers.
Yeah, bless you. You take care, mate. Thanks for popping in over the last year, mate, and keeping us both company. We do enjoy it.
Yeah, he says he mods on the news Caravan to Midnight and have to watch the chat. See you all soon. He takes care.
No worries, mate. Stay safe.
He's got to go and be that master man. Getting old, I just want to play and things are getting too complicated for my old ass, says Edward Leonard. Nonsense, I'm 53 and I love games. And the only games that I can't stand, and it's a real shame, it's not that I can't stand them, but the only games that are too complicated for me. I'm 53 and I play Elite Dangerous, and that's the most stupidly complicated control system ever, are Rockstar games. Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. I love the Red Dead Redemption games. I can't play the GTA games because the controls are just, for some reason, Rockstar take a game. Companies have long since perfected the controls for third-person games, and yet Rockstar says, you know what? We're going to have 400 different functions.
Yeah.
So if you hundreds of different controls when you're on foot, then you get in a car, all those controls are going to be completely different. And when you're on a motorbike, completely different. And if you, I tried playing GTA 5. I've got GTA 5, and I loaded it up the other day and thought, I'll get back into this. No.
Yeah, I come out the alleyway on the BMX and get gunned down within a minute and a half. It's like, yeah, I won't be playing that again.
Yeah. It's like I did persevere with Red Dead Redemption because I enjoyed it, and I was like, but and Red Dead Redemption 2, I've not got very far in that. Because again, it's just the stupid, clunky, overcomplicated control systems. Like, come on now, you don't need a different button to activate something when you're on foot compared to when you're in a car. Just keep it simple.
You know why it's got that type of clunkiness? Because the person that designed it has a topiary beard.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's
and
why.
The Scottish probably as well. And the Scottish, don't forget.
I'm not saying anything about the Scots because I'm married one.
Yeah.
You honestly think I'm that brave?
Oh. No, I know you're not that brave. See, I adore Red Dead Redemption, but GTA games, I'd like to like them, but I just can't get past the unintuitive, complicated. And they have this thing as well, where they have a really complicated... What was I doing? It was GTA 5. Starting the game.
I do have a PayPal account, Edward. If you scroll down on my YouTube, it's on there, mate. But yeah, bless you. I get what you're inquiring about there, mate.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, carry on, Fox. I stupidly spoke over you there, mate.
No, it's fine. See, you do this first mission.
2 secs. Marcy's put in a $20 super chat. She says, happy holidays. Thank you very kindly, Marcy. Massively appreciated, darling.
Yeah, happy holidays and stuff to you. You're trying to do this first mission, and it's trying to tutorialise how to do stuff. But it's got like 100 different controls, and the way it does it is it pops up a little thing in the top left of the screen, very small, that says, press X to do this, or press Y to do that. Hang on, I'll let you do your thing. Check your chat.
Yeah, sorry, mate. I was trying to find my PayPal account. Edward's put in a $5 towards the ridiculous 30%. No worries, Edward. I'll get that sorted out, mate. Thank you very, very kindly, mate. Fox will remind me now every day between now and Patron payout day, so I won't forget, mate.
I won't remind you at all. You pocket it for yourself.
No, I don't want it for myself. That's the shares, mate. You know that. We don't do that. Bloody hell. Where is that gone? Oh, they've changed it, haven't they? Oh.
Yes. Are you having to do learning again?
I am, yeah, because the About section seems to have disappeared off the YouTube page now.
Huh.
You know, on your YouTube page, you have an About Me section.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to have disappeared now. So I'm looking to find where it's gone to. Do you remember you used to have that? I've been building models for X amount of years. And all of that.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I can't remember what the YouTube pages look like. I think you just click on more. I don't know where it is now. Is there somewhere?
There isn't a more button, Fox, because I'm on my channel, mate.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't actually looked at a channel cover page for us. I can't remember what they've changed it to. I don't know what they've made it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a. Yeah, I won't say it.
Yeah, it's there somewhere, but I don't remember where.
Well, you're a better person than me, mate. Because it has home video, shorts, live playlists, community membership and store. I'll find it.
What they've done with it. I think I went through the same thing on the page at some point trying to find an About when I was trying to block someone. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Edward Leonard's has put another $5 super chat saying, shut up, Fox, lol, again.
I know. Once he starts, mate, he goes into call centre mode and treats you like you're 10, mate. Bless him.
Are you trying to help?
I know you are, but you're not helping.
I could offer no help.
That'd be better.
We tart.
It would, because it's like you state the obvious and it's like, yeah. Yeah. Let's have a looky look.
Mew says, yes, they took it away. Just go to the part where you describe your stuff. There's a pop-up.
See, I knew they had taken it away, Marcy, because, yeah. There you go. Yeah, it just gives me my welcome video. How weird's that?
68 and 28.
Isn't that weird?
Just stop changing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you on about the search box next to where it says store, Marcy? Only I've got no idea, darling.
Oops. So I've not looked at a channel page for ages. I can't remember what they look like now.
I've got me welcome video that pops up if I search for About.
20 what now? 28.
I love it.
Where's 20?
Oh, yeah, I have that on my welcome video, yeah. But, yeah, you used to have that little thing about, you know, you've been building models, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and you have all your contact details and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's gone now, so... yeah.
Oops.
I love it.
Ping.
Yeah, because they dropped out the PayPal bit that I had in there. That's gone. Yeah. Oh, well.
Buh.
I love how they change stuff.
Yeah, don't tell you.
Okay, let's have a look. Do it on my phone. That'll be easier. But, yeah, gotta love YouTube and, you know, their ability to keep changing stuff.
Like I said, I'm not actually telling anybody.
What's that, Marcy taking names and ripping dicks? Have you been misbehaving again, Marcy? You have, haven't you? What have you done?
Yeah.
Come on, fess up.
She says, view your channel. It's under the name Spot.
Browser or mobile?
can put it in there, she says. That's the other thing I hate when like you have a website and it looks completely different on mobile to browser. So you never know which. It's like Instagram's a pain for that. Like stuff you can do on Instagram on mobile that you can't do on the browser. It's like, why? Why can I delete a message on mobile Instagram, but if I can't delete it on...
Oh, right, yeah. So why on earth have they done it like that? That is shite. Oh. See, I wasn't going mad, dear.
I didn't say you were.
Right. Where's that gone?
Edward said, yeah, I tried to comment, but it wouldn't let me. You may have used a word that's not permitted, perhaps, in a comment. It'll stop you doing that if you've used a forbidden word.
Yeah, I just want to try and see whether that is the right one. Is it that one? Let's have a look.
Yeah, Instagram one is like, you know, somebody sends you a message on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
You've got 3 ways to deal with it. You can either do it on Instagram on mobile, you can do it on Instagram on desktop, or you can do it through the Facebook thing where you can manage Facebook and Instagram. And it's like, sometimes you can only delete it when it's use the Facebook, whatever it's called, thing. Sometimes you can only do it through the desktop one, and sometimes you can't do it through that. Like, you'll delete it on mobile and it'll still be there on desktop. You're like, make this so much simpler. It's things like, you know, if I want to sign, I can sign into an Instagram account on desktop, but not on mobile, even though it's exactly the same login. It's like, what? What? And don't even get me started on people that do apps and don't bother doing a landscape version for tablets. Or a tablet version. It's always our phone version. That drives me wild. It's, come on. I think Instagram's changed now, but it used to be Instagram, you had a tablet and you get this little tiny bit down the middle, but it's because it's only the mobile phone version. It's like,
well, they seem to be changing a lot of stuff now, don't they? And it's quite frustrating.
Yeah, stupid people with their internet services. Spider Pig.
Where did that go?
It's like Reddit the other day. Reddit rolled out a change to the look of Reddit, as they do occasionally. And it was universally hated. It was terrible. Yeah. And then, like, miraculously a week later, oh, look, it went away again and went back to the way it was. It's like, yeah, is that because everybody on Reddit said, this is really shit, don't put it back? Yeah, it's
sometimes terrible. They do changes like that. And you're like, really? Yeah. Why did you do that?
It was like, you know how, like, on Reddit, you could, like last week, you guys could look at, say, 30 posts on the page. Yeah. Well, now you can only see 5, and there's a useless bar of stuff you don't need down the left-hand side, and it's all right down the middle of the page. Yeah. Yeah, how about you change that back in a week? We'll change that back in a week then. You don't like? No, we don't like it. Put it back the way it was. Put it back the way it was.
That's the problem, though, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like, don't change the system, which means we end up seeing less. It's never a good way to do it.
That's just frustrating, like you say. Like, why have they changed that? Why do they feel the need to keep changing stuff?
Yeah. Irony is that you get these changes and then nobody complains, and then if they don't change them back, a month later everybody's forgotten and they're used to the new thing.
Yeah, there you go. Let's have a look.
It's like every time Facebook used to change, there'd be outrage for a week, and then everybody forget and just get used to the new setup. Lazy coding Foxy says Muse, absolutely. Although with Instagram, come on, they're a big enough company. Meta. Go.
We got there in the end. In case you needed it, but I'll add that to me page later. We got there in the end.
Got there in the end, love.
Oh, mate.
There you go.
I just
Today
wish
you
they
learned.
would leave. I sometimes wish they would leave things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. It's when you get things and they change it to be like involve more clicks than it did before. What was it the day they changed? Something's changed somewhere. I can't remember where it was now. Something changed on something, and now it takes more clicks to do the thing. Google changed Chrome the other day as well.
Oh, right.
They updated Chrome. They updated Chrome with a new look, which was basically all your drop down menus now are double spaced, and the little yellow folder icon is now a little white transparent square that doesn't stand out at all.
Oh.
So I was like, I don't like this, because now I've got like 5 menu options on the whole page instead of like 50. And I did a little search, and everybody was like, yeah, go into your flags and just turn that off. Okay. You can roll it back. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's like, why have they got to do that, though? Why do they have to keep... yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's probably reasons why they change things every now and then, but it's like, but why would you take something really obvious like having a folder icon, which is a yellow box, which stands out on a menu, and making a little transparent box that doesn't stand out? And they've done it before. They've double spaced the menus, and it's like, it's terrible. You get half the text on the same menu. Just put it back.
Just makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Stop fiddling with it. It'll go blind. Honestly, kids today.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I'll have to customise that later. Anyway, I can't do it at the moment because I'm live. So that's just...
Live.
Just one of those annoying things that they've done, because when you used to want to update things on your channel, you just went to that little section and you went, I'm going to add that today. 2 minutes later, you was done.
Yep.
Why not add another 55 menus for you to navigate through?
It took me so long to get to, like when if anybody's not got a channel, they won't know this, but when you go in and you've got into like your YouTube studio, and you've got all your different menu options, like, copyright things and feedback and comments and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff you need if you're a YouTuber. And it took me so long to remember where the hell things were.
Yeah.
That to this day, I've still got like, on one menu, like 10 different links to all the different options. It's like basically if you go into YouTube, there's one menu and it says this, 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 and this. But I've got a link stored for each of them because I couldn't remember where the hell they were.
Yeah.
It took me so long to
I have a
remember
YouTube folder on my toolbar. It had all of that lot in it. But of course now they've gone in and changed it. It's like, and it's like, I wanna edit that section. And it's like,
where do you go?
Where do I go to edit it then?
Yeah, how do I do that now then?
Because whereas before you could go into YouTube Studio, edit your about info, doesn't give you that option. Phil Bolton says, hi everyone, thought I'd stop in and wish a lovely holiday weekend. Happy holidays, Phil.
I don't know if it's still got the customised channel button on the front there.
Yeah, it has, Fox, but I'm live, mate. Yeah.
No, I know, I'm just saying. I don't know if, because they sometimes change what you can do through there, can't they? So maybe
yeah. But it'll come good, mate. But it's just frustrating. I've
made a shouty bird head.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's for future reference. If you do need it, it's buried in YouTube Studio.
Yeah, because of course it is.
Yeah, because why not? And it's actually already in there. So, yeah. I knew I had it in my About Me info. That's handy.
Yeah.
How weird. Come on, YouTube.
Inconvenient.
Well, it's like the live reactions love art that appears in the chat. I got rid of it off mine because it is a total ball ache and distraction to the viewers.
Yeah, I took it off mine as well. I think I took it off mine.
Yeah, if you need to find your About section, just look at your badge on your page underneath your app with your subscriber counts. I just click the little side arrow. Big thank you to Marcy for educating us two old farts there this evening.
What's that a touch?
Hello, are you still there?
So I'm sorry, I think,
right,
yeah, you were talking to Marcy. You said to Marcy.
No, that's all right. I just suddenly you went quiet, and I thought.
No, sorry, I was trying to understand a bit on the instructions.
Oh.
There we go.
I
was doing thinking.
Are you struggling with your brain folds? You are, aren't you?
Well, I always struggle with my brain folds. There we go. That's how it goes. Right.
Even my mum today called me a crusty old fart. I mean, come on.
Valid?
Oh, yeah, it was valid, mate.
You weren't denying it, but it's a shock to hear it.
Oh, yeah. Wibble was so funny, but I can't say the language she used on the Wibble.
No.
It was brutal.
We can imagine the language, I think.
But she done full-blown pigeon head, Marcy. Proper having a good old Wibble. She was basically told that she needs a disabled sit-in shower.
All right.
Which
I can see how that would
really
go
well
down.
because the woman that told her worded it as this: "You're not getting any younger, and a woman of your age and infirmity may have to look at these things." She said that to my mother.
There's better ways she could have worded that. There were more tactical ways to put that, I think.
And this phone call happened whilst me and H was there.
Oh,
and H just looked at me and she went, "This is going to be funny." And my mum's like, "You effing well what?" And that was it. Pigeonhead on the phone. "I'll tell you something," she said. Yeah. This poor woman got berated. Yeah.
Yeah, there might have been better ways to put that.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
Right, I shall.
Oh, they're cute
start a new
squigs.
head. I'll do that next time. How's that going to go on there?
Can't put that on until I built the driver. They're sub-assemblies. I'm doing really well with it tonight. I mean, what's the average there? We're coming up to finishing time.
Yeah.
And I've done 2 pages.
Wow.
And
Are
I've not even put the wheels on yet, dude.
Ooh.
I have still got all of that on the sprues. Look at that.
I'm impressed.
On the sprue.
Sprue. Ooh.
You are impressed, aren't you?
I'm impressed. You've padded and you've not even done the cleaning of the tyres yet. That's a good hour and a half.
I know. See, I told you, mate. You know,
when you can pull it out, you can pull it out, can't you?
Well,
wait, that didn't come out the way I meant it to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm going to leave that one there, mate. At risk of incriminating myself. Yeah. I've got the giggles now because,
Yeah.
Let's put me Sanders back and we can wrap up and say our goodbyes then, can't we? Because
yes. Just so you know, when you get to the back of that Squig Buggy thing, it's a good option for magnetising that one because you've got a couple of figures in there that'll get tricky to paint. You've got an option there.
This week's award for stating the obvious goes to Fox.
I'm going to stop giving advice. I really am.
No, it's sometimes you state the complete obvious, and it makes me feel like a complete dick.
Well, I'm also talking to the people in the audience.
I know, but it's like, you know, it's like really. I don't know how to magnetise a warhammer.
No, I'm saying it more for the benefit of the people in the audience because they may not have seen that.
You know, they're all probably doing the same gun. Really, Fox? No. Anyway, yeah, I've got to pick on him because I'm not going to see him for a few days now.
I'm never going to give advice again.
Oh, stop being a girl. Go and tell your mum. You know you want to.
I will. I'll tell her.
He's picking on me.
I will.
Welcome to the Friday Night Bicker.
I'll tell her.
Your one-stop shop for all your bickering needs.
She'll slap me and tell me to pass it on to you.
Oh, wait, it was everything like what she sent me the other day. Well, I was shocked.
Yeah.
I told my mum about that, and she was like, you probably deserved it. It's like, really?
Yeah, getting a quarter there, are you?
It's like, really? All these people ganging up on me? Poor little me. So, yeah, I'm going to come back up to face cam because I can.
Ooh, because you can. I would do, but mine's not
thing on the Frolic. I know. People probably don't want to see my ugly old canister, but you're going to anyway.
You ain't got no choice. It's his show. He makes the choices.
Is it? When did it become my show?
I don't know. Apparently, I was told anyway.
When did that change? You never told me that. I wasn't at the meeting.
Well, there you go then.
Marcy says, poor Foxy. Don't feel sorry for him, Marcy.
I do feel
You're
sorry
only
for him.
encouraging the defiant little sod.
I need all the encouragement I can get.
But no, on a serious note, massive thanks to all of you for your support throughout the year. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to him. We've been keeping Foxy's content coming as best as we can, and we're working on something for the new year, but it's just scheduling at the moment. Things will return. We are hoping to relaunch the Warhammer stuff, but at the moment, real life, not just for Fox, for myself, is just preventing us doing a full 7-day-a-week schedule. But we are looking at ways of trying to tweak things for the new year, so keep an eye out for that.
Trust me, I am severely missing doing live streams, but there's not much I can do at the minute. So.
Phil was asking, are you planning to do any streaming next week? Well, I'm off till the new year. I think, Fox, you're off as well, ain't you? And at the moment, it's just sorting out our real lives, isn't it? And just keeping to the schedules we've got, you know. There's times I come downstairs just to stream, and then I'll go back upstairs to rest. So, you know, we've both got a lot going on. But we are planning on sorting something out for the new year, aren't we? Vincent's off, saying good night. See you later, Vince. Keep an eye out, mate, and give us a buzz. Marcy says, close the glue coal. Did I not close it, darling?
No. I saw a white cap off, and I checked behind and was like, oh, is it man off?
No, they are closed, darling. I did the lids up before I put them away, and I did me liquid poly as well. Happy days, but cheers for the heads up. She said the white cap is off. White cap is on.
Yeah, mine's on.
So what white cap else is there? That one's on, darling, look. I got buzzed.
Yeah. Unless
anyway,
it was before we...
It might have been before I picked my glue up. Yeah, but anyways.
Could be.
Yeah. She says you did. Yeah, cheers, Marcy. Thank you, darling. Phil Bolton says, all good, both you enjoy your rest. Yeah, we used to stream over Christmas, but what started happening is, you know, I mean, the internet's a big place, there's room for everyone, but people started trying to stream over each other to get the viewers, basically, and rather than put up with all of that silliness, we just don't stream over Christmas now.
Yeah.
Marcy says it was yours. Yeah, I'll check it again, but it's on there, darling, look.
I mean, the difficulty for me is that, without really going into any details, there's not a lot of times during the day where I would have the option of doing streaming, and when I do have the option of, no one's around to watch. So unless you want to live stream at midday on a Tuesday or something when no one's around to watch it anyway, it's for me, it's just not. Yeah,
it's a bit like filming, isn't it? We'll film in 15, 20-minute increments when we can get to the bench, but it's one of them at the moment, isn't it, mate?
Me having 2 or 3 hours to do a stream, it's just not happening at the minute. So
no.
It will do eventually. I'll get back to it, but right
same
now,
thing. That's why I do short streams at the moment. I mean, you know, I've come down before and streamed and gone straight back upstairs for bed rest because I'm poorly bad. But I'll still come down to do a stream because you want normality, don't you? You want to do your stream because it's part of your routine, and then you get GBH of the ear roll for coming downstairs, but you're still doing it.
I mean, I'm missing our Sunday stream, our Warhammer stream, but I'm also missing my game streams. So I really miss the Warhammer Sunday / Saturday though, because that was good. That was our stream. That was good stuff. That.
Well, it's still one we can drop into the Saturday. Do we go later at night like this? Who knows?
I don't. Yeah, it's when. Yeah, it's figuring out when.
No, I mean, if that's what people would like, if they would want us to do a late night Saturday Warhammer stream, I'm up for it.
Well, for me, it's more just a case of I'd have to do it whenever I could do it, and it's just if that's at lunchtime on a Saturday, there's no point because no one's around. So I don't know yet. It's you know what it depends on.
No matter what options I give you, you come out with a reason not.
So no, I'm not saying no to any options. I'm just saying it's not what people want me to do. It's I'll do a stream when I could.
Absolutely, but
I don't know when that is.
I try to put suggestions in, but. it's beyond my control at the end of the day what'll be or what'll be. But like I was saying, big thanks to you all, and we'll catch up in the new year, folks.
Yes.
So we'll see you then. Love to you and all your families. Stay safe, everyone. We'll catch up in the new year.
Big hugs. Have a good Christmas and New Year, everybody. Big hugs to everyone.
Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Adios, amigos.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best.